Hey there, sis. How are you? Hi, Ruby. What do you want? You're as cold as ever, aren't you? We're sisters. We can message each other for no particular reason. Sisters? I don't think of you as my sister. What a terrible thing to say. Why? What's wrong with me? I know you know. Huh? Oh, I get it. You're jealous of me, aren't you, sis? What? You're ugly and I'm charming and popular. Oh, you're as confident as ever. It's true. We were born from the same parents, but I really feel sorry for you. You are smart, but you are not cute at all. You don't dress well and are not attractive as a woman at all. So, what do you want? You didn't just drop me a line to diss me, did you? Oh, yes. I have something very important to tell you. What? Don't be surprised. I'm on a trip to Hawaii with your husband. Hawaii? Yeah, you must be surprised. Ken said he was going on a business trip yesterday. Did he lie? That's right. Ken and I are off to our vacation. We're going to enjoy the ocean in Hawaii. Well, Ken and I work at the same place. I had my suspicions from the beginning. So, when are you coming back? What? How many days are you going to stay? And when are you coming back? What's that? Your reaction is funny. Why? Your husband was taken away from you? You're not surprised or frustrated? Well, I'm jealous that you guys are going to Hawaii. That's not what I meant. This is the part where you cry and scream, "Give me back my husband!" What is wrong with you? You don't have to be so strong. I'm not trying to. I knew about it, so it's no big deal. What? What do you mean? I'm saying I knew about your affair with Ken. It's too bad it was not a surprise. What? You knew? You know what? Let me ask you this. Did you think you were hiding it well? You and Ken flirted with each other in front of everyone. Mom and Dad know about this too. Really? You're married too, but you don't seem to care. What do you mean? Don't tell me you're not aware of it. I thought we were dating secretly. Well, I don't care about that. I'm going to talk about the divorce and alimony as soon as you guys come home. I'm looking forward to it. What? Alimony? Are you taking money from your sister? Of course. Why are you surprised? He cheated on me. I can still file a claim for alimony. Well, okay. I'm surprised that you knew it, but it's okay. I see. Well, we're going back in 4 days. We are going to have fun. What the? You are going to enjoy it anyway, huh? We came all the way to Hawaii. We have to enjoy it. I don't have to hide it anymore. I feel great. Oh well, if you're not going to run away, that's fine. I'll see you later. Ruby. Why don't you answer your phone? Your in-laws have tried to call you many times. What are you doing? Ruby, answer me. You know, I've been getting a lot of notifications. It's that loser who lost her husband to me. What's going on? I know you were trying to be tough the other day, but I bet you're still frustrated that I took your husband away from you, aren't you? Let's talk about that later. What? Hunter is in critical condition. Hunter? You're joking, right? There's no way I'm joking about something like this. Hunter has been in the hospital for a long time because of a serious illness, right? That's right. But the last time I went to visit him, he looked fine. When was that? He had a medical emergency this morning. And you're not responding to anyone's calls. Come home as soon as possible. What? I don't want to. What? He's not in critical condition. You're just trying to get me and Ken back home ahead of schedule, aren't you? I know what you guys are trying to do. What are you talking about? We're in a really tough situation. We'll talk about your affair later. Please hurry up and come home. Yes, you're acting out. I told you it's not like that. I'm busy having fun with Ken. Don't interrupt me when I'm in the middle of a lively conversation. What are you doing at a time when your husband is dying? Oh, that's right. Sis, if you're so worried about Hunter, why don't you marry him? Huh? Don't be silly. Hunter is your precious husband, right? I don't need a sick husband. Well, in exchange, you give me Ken. You know, this is no time to joke around like this. I'm serious. I think it's a good idea to trade husbands. That's enough. If you don't come home right now, you'll regret it. Okay. I'm going to block you now. You're annoying me, sis. What? Bye! Ruby, don't hang up. Hi, Hannah. I just came back home, so I'm unblocking your number. It was the best trip I've ever had. I was with my lover, Ken. Listen up, sis. Ken and I got engaged. Please break up with him as soon as possible, sis. I know you said you were going to have a talk, but we want to be a husband and wife as soon as possible. Hannah, I understand your frustration. Don't ignore me. Shut up. What? I'm busy right now. What? I just unblocked you. Oh, I see. You're unhappy because Ken dumped you, right? I'll give you my husband instead. Hunter is a boring guy whose only merit is his work ethic. He's a good match for you, isn't he? Well, when he got sick, he had to quit his job, which was his only purpose in life. He became a really useless man. I'm sure he can at least do the housework. You should marry him. Listen, I'm at Hunter's funeral right now. What? Funeral? Mom and Dad are beyond angry and disgusted. You are not at your husband's funeral. People are talking about you. They were whispering here and there, asking why you were not here. Huh? Some of Hunter's classmates knew what was going on. Maybe a lot of people already know about you and Ken. What's going on? You're kidding, right? You should hurry back home now and apologize to Hunter and his parents. I can't believe it. I can't believe he died so soon. If you still don't believe me, why don't you go home anyway? It'll all become more evident. Oh no, is this for real? Sis, that's terrible. Why didn't you tell me earlier that Hunter was in a critical condition? What? I did. Your mother and father both called several times. You ignored them and continued your trip to Hawaii. I totally thought it was a joke. You should have told me more seriously. Then I could have come home early too. How dare you? What have you done? It's all your fault. I came back from a fun trip to Hawaii and I'm getting blamed by everyone. Don't tell me you think you're not to blame. I'm innocent. What's wrong with going on a trip with the man I'm going to marry in the future? I wish Hunter had thought of better timing. He put his wife in a difficult place. You're disgusting. I talked to Hunter's parents. They said that ever since Hunter was hospitalized, you only went to visit him once. I couldn't. I was busy with work. And by work, you mean you only work part-time, 3 days a week, for a short time. Oh, shut up. That doesn't matter now. I'm in a real tough spot right now. Dad raised his voice at me as soon as I got to the funeral hall. Mom started crying. Hunter's relatives stared at me. Why are you mad at me when you're getting such a normal reaction? That's not nice. Oh yes, about Ken. His father scolded him with an iron fist. What? Anyway, I'm getting a divorce, and I'm going to demand alimony from you and Ken. Oh, right. I don't mind. I'm going to receive Hunter's inheritance, and Ken will be promoted to CEO soon, right? Alimony is a small price to pay. I see. I think you're being very optimistic. I'm sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon. Okay, whatever you want. I'll take your husband. Hey sis, I have a favor to ask you. What is it? About the alimony? Is there any way to reduce it or waive it? Why? You just said the other day that alimony is nothing. I thought I could get by with the inheritance, but there was hardly anything I could call an inheritance. So? Hunter worked for a big company and was very thrifty, so I thought he had a lot of money saved up. But Hunter's sister told me his hospital stay lasted longer than expected. He had to pay a lot for his hospitalization and medical expenses. He used up almost all of it. I see. So I asked Ken to pay for it. But Ken said my ex-husband's situation is none of his business. He won't give me the money. Well, I guess that's the way it's going to be. But whatever the reason, I'll make him pay. I can't pay the alimony on my own, so I'd appreciate it if you could reduce the amount, or even waive it. Of course not. You are stingy. Yes. You work full-time. You don't have to worry about money, right? You are taking advantage of your sister who doesn't have any money. I don't want you to say that to me. I'll make sure you pay the amount I've charged you. You're terrible. We are sisters. I don't consider you as my sister. Oh my God. Sis? What the hell? It's early in the morning. I need to go to work now. Why is Ken unemployed? What? I thought he would be promoted soon. He said he was going to take over his father's company. I asked him about it yesterday, and he said he already quit the company. Oh no, you didn't know? What? Ken was supposed to take over the company, but his father decided that Ken was not the right person to take it over. So they decided on another candidate. Just a few days ago, they announced the new CEO. Who the hell? Me. What? You are the new CEO? As you probably know, I've been working for Ken's father's company for a long time, and his father relies on me a lot. He asked me to support Ken in both his private and business life, but he changed his mind. He thought it would be better to have me become the new CEO. What? I can't believe he would entrust the company to someone else. If you and Ken get divorced, you were a stranger to him. Well, we won't be relatives anymore. I guess that's how much he trusts me. Oh no! Ken wasn't happy about his decision. He submitted a resignation letter. So, when do you think you'll be able to pay the alimony? Well, I'm okay as long as you pay it on time. Have you come up with the money? What? You know I don't have any money. I see. You were relying on Hunter's inheritance and Ken's income, which is why you were able to act so big. Well, I knew that was the case. If you know, waive the alimony. That's a different story. But what's not there isn't there. I can't pay alimony. No matter how insistent you are, I'm not going to pay it. I'm sorry you couldn't get the money from me. No, I will make sure you pay. I told you I couldn't do it. I had a feeling this was going to happen, so I asked my uncle to take care of it in case it happened. What? Our uncle? Mom's older brother? I think he owns a company. That's right. Mom, Dad, and I have decided that you need to stay with him. What do you mean? You should be thanking him. You can work for him and he will send me your salary every month. From now on, you will live at your uncle's house. Why? I don't like him. He's a scary old man. I haven't liked that uncle since I was a kid. Come to think of it, he used to scold you all the time. Why are you in touch with him? He's been busy and hasn't been coming to our family gatherings for a while now. Well, it's not like you needed to know, but his company has a business relationship with my company. What? In other words, your infidelity with Ken has affected the business aspect of my family. That's one of the reasons he's willing to take care of you. Absolutely not. I can't work for my uncle. He's too strict. And his wife? Wasn't she even scarier than her uncle? Yes, she was. You'd better be prepared. No way! I can't do this! I'm not good at housework. I've never worked full-time. That's why you're being sent there. I know! Mom and Dad regret spoiling you so much. I totally understand. You didn't even take care of your sick husband. You were on vacation with your sister's husband when your husband was in critical condition. But why do I need to go to her uncle? You don't have a choice. You should go to your uncle and get a good education. I won't let you do it. I'm going back to my parents' house. Nope. Mom and Dad have no intention of accepting you. Oh no! I think it's about time our uncle arrived. What? I called him while we were chatting. Huh? You're at Ken's apartment right now, aren't you? Our uncle is picking you up soon, so get ready and wait for him. Wait a minute! You'll realize the sinfulness of what you've done when you're with your uncle. No! Hey sis, forgive me! I'll apologize for having an affair with Ken. I'll break up with him and give him back to you. I don't want him. Huh? I don't need a prick who cheats on his wife. Oh no! Well then, I know it's hard, but hang in there. I hope you can at least regain your human heart. Bye-bye. Oh no! Shortly after this, the uncle arrived at the apartment. He secured Ruby at the entrance in the nick of time as she tried to escape. When she was put into her uncle's car, she resisted and asked for help from the neighbors. But since there were rumors in the neighborhood, not a single person took her side. She was safely taken to her uncle's house. The next day, the alimony was paid, and my ex-husband also paid his alimony. Ken is unemployed and has no savings. His dad had advanced him the alimony payment. I heard he works part-time from morning to night to pay off his debt. I may have failed at marriage, but I am able to work as a CEO like this now. I am glad that I have been working hard.
Sis, a long time no see. Janet, it's been a while. How have you been? I'm fine. I have something more important to report to you. How is Bob, your husband, doing these days?
Bob, well, he's the same as usual. What about him?
Sis, I'm sorry. I'm his lover. We are in love with each other.
Huh? What are you talking about? Bob and I are married, and you're his sister-in-law. You can't be his girlfriend, can you? If you really are in a relationship, I think you'd call it an affair. I'd call it an affair.
Huh? I'm the cheating partner. That's impossible. His true love is me. You're just his wife, and he doesn't love you at all. I'm his true love, not a flirt.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to get into it, so let's just say you're his true love. What do you, his true love, have to report to me?
Of course I have something to tell you. I contacted you because I have a favor to ask. I'll get straight to the point. I want you to leave him. Get a divorce. Because of you, we are both in trouble.
Huh? What did I do? You're the one who stole from me without permission, aren't you? I don't deserve to be called a nuisance.
It's because an old ugly woman like you is clinging to him forever. We want to get married, but we can't. Don't get in the way of us loving each other.
You're going to be an old lady sooner or later. You shouldn't talk like that.
You're so annoying with your old lady sermons. Besides, I'm pregnant now. It's his baby.
Is it true?
There's no way I would lie about something like this. I'm 8 months pregnant right now. If you don't divorce him soon, this baby will be a fatherless child. The child is innocent. Don't you feel sorry for the baby? Besides, he is a company president, rich, and lives in a big mansion. A young, beautiful, fashionable girl like me would be perfect for him. If there was an old lady like you beside him, he will be unhappy. Sis, you should quickly let him go.
I understand what you mean, Ellen. You're right. The child is innocent. I'll talk it over with him right away, so can you give me a minute?
Okay. In exchange, you'll definitely divorce him. I'll only wait a little bit.
Have you contacted Ellen lately?
Huh? I haven't.
She just dropped me a message. It's useless to berate me. She told me. She says she's pregnant with your child.
Why did you... I told her I'd tell you. Why would she tell you?
How would I know about that? I'm the one who wants to hear it. You know how old she is?
Oh, well, I think she's 25.
She is 24. Bob, you're 45. She wasn't even born when you became an adult. How could you have an affair with a girl the same age as your child? How can you do that? You must be sick. You can't live without cheating, can you? And I can't believe you would even go out with my sister. Have you forgotten that the last time you cheated on me, you said it would never happen again?
No, that's what I remember, but it was just an impulse. Maybe I'm really sick.
Do you think you're kidding me? I said I'd divorce you if you did it again.
It was my fault. I won't cheat on you ever. Please don't just divorce me.
You're right. You're the CEO of a company. If it gets out that you, the CEO of a company, had gone out with a girl over 20 years younger than you and she is a sister-in-law and that you got divorced, your credibility would be ruined. You would lose all your business partners, especially the chairman of the biggest client doesn't like that kind of dishonesty. He never forgives anyone who cheats or betrays others. He can never forgive them and he doesn't want to see them again. If he finds out, it could be the end of your company, right?
You're right. So please, don't divorce me.
Huh? Then what about Ellen? She's 8 months pregnant, so she has to have the baby, right?
I'll take care of that.
What do you mean? Maybe you'll just recognize her and give her child support?
Isn't that the only way?
You scumbag. She is my sister. Either way, you're being disloyal. I'm sure the chairman will abandon you. I'm so tired of this. She's pregnant, so you should take responsibility. Why don't you take responsibility and marry Ellen? Don't worry, I'll agree to the divorce.
What? No. Divorce is not good for me.
Why? If it's an amicable divorce, you won't be bothered, will you?
What?
As long as it doesn't get out that you cheated on me, right? I'll give you a good reason and pretend it's an amicable divorce. So why don't you get married before the baby is born? No alimony, no property division in exchange. And if you do me one more favor, that's it. What do you think? Don't you think that's a good deal?
What? Really? You'll divorce me on those terms? You don't have the advantage.
There's the benefit of getting rid of the cheating husband. How many times have you done this? I'm sick of hearing from the mistresses. Our kids are grown. They've grown up and living their own lives. It's time for us to break up. Let's just take what we have on our own and call it a day.
Are you serious? Are you sure? No, wait. What the hell is this do me one more favor thing? You're not a bad guy, are you?
No, not at all. Just don't contact the person you're cheating on me with until my divorce is final.
What? That's it? That's all it takes to get a divorce?
Yes. If you want to hide the affair, you should leave as little evidence as possible. After the divorce, you can do whatever you want. So, what are you going to do? Are you getting a divorce or not?
I'm getting a divorce. I'm getting a divorce. I'll divorce you if I can hide the affair. Thank you for everything. I'm sorry I've been so selfish. I'm really grateful to you, Janet. Let's both move on with our new lives and be happy.
Okay. On your way home, go to the city office and get the divorce papers and write them down. I'll write the rest and send them to you.
Okay, I'll do it. Thank you.
I need to check something.
It's sooner than I thought. I can't believe you acted so quickly, big sister. You're so understanding and really helpful. You contacted me right away, which means you're divorcing him, right? So, when are you getting a divorce?
Before that, let me ask you something. Ellen, do you know that you committed adultery?
What are you trying to say?
It means that you made a move on a man who has a wife.
I know that, but I don't think it was my fault. The man I fell in love with happened to be married to someone else. That can't be helped, can it?
You're thinking very selfishly, aren't you? Maybe that's what you want to think. Legally, you're not allowed to take away someone who's married. My husband and you cheated on me, and that's why I'm divorced. I need you to clean up your mess.
Settlement? Does that mean I have to pay?
You're more perceptive than I thought. Do you know what alimony is? That's what I want you to pay.
I understand.
You're so understanding.
How about $50,000?
$50,000? That's a big number.
I don't know what the going rate is, but, well, I can afford $50,000 and I'm sure you would agree. Your husband, who is a rich CEO, left you. I'll pay you $50,000 and you'll spend your old age miserably. I'll pay you $50,000. You can get divorced as soon as possible.
You're not only understanding, but also generous. That's a big help to me. Are you sure you're okay with paying $50,000?
It's no problem at all. He is the president. He can afford it, can't he? I'll pay it with the power of love between us.
Oh, I see. Well, since you offered it to me, I'll take it without hesitation. Of course, you'll pay me in one lump sum, right? If we split it up, you'll be stuck with me for years, right? You don't want that, do you?
Of course I don't want that. If you get divorced, don't ever show your face in front of him again.
Then it's decided. Alimony must be paid in one lump sum. I'll send you a settlement agreement stating that. Can you just sign it and send it back to me? Then I'll divorce him right away.
Okay, I'll write it and send it to you the same day I get it. So get divorced as soon as possible, sis.
Okay. Well, I got the settlement papers today, so as promised, I filed for divorce right away. Now we're strangers.
Yay! Thanks, sis. Then we can get married, right? Thank you so much for letting go of the rich CEO. You're too understanding, sis. I don't know if I should say this, but you're too good-natured for your own good, aren't you?
Do what you want with the rest.
Thanks. Because of me, you're going to have a hard life. I'm sorry for that. You've gone from being the company president's wife to an old lady. I hope you'll spend your alimony money well for your old age.
Oh yeah, speaking of alimony, I've been wondering if I could ask you a question.
Oh, you have a question? I can't help it. Okay. You're just a sad old lady who was left by a rich husband. I'll answer any questions you have.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask you something. How are you going to pay the $50,000 alimony? You said you and Bob would pay it with the power of love. He doesn't have any money.
Again? Bob is a company president, you know. You're kidding.
It's not just money. He doesn't even have anything that could be converted into money. He's broke. With all due respect, I don't think you have any money either. I was just wondering how you could plan on paying for it.
Huh? I know you're shocked that Bob left you. You're not making any sense. I can tell right away that you are lying. Even if it's true that he doesn't have any money, he has such a big house and a luxury car. If the need arises, he can sell them and get a lot of money out of them.
The car and the house are mine, in my name. They're not his. That's why he can't sell them.
Huh?
This is the 5th he's cheated on me. I tried to divorce him each time. He cries, he apologizes, he clings to me. Then he shouldn't have cheated on me. He is sick. Every time he cheats on me, he gives me his property.
What? What do you mean he cheated on me 5 times?
What? You didn't know? Well, there's no way he'd tell you something so inconvenient. He's had a lot of flings in his life. Like you, they contacted me and asked me to divorce him.
Huh? You're kidding. He said I'm the one.
But they weren't as serious as you. The second cheating woman gave up when I asked her to pay alimony. The third cheater realized he had no money. She left on her own. I said to the 4th cheater, "You're still young. You don't want to ruin your life with an old man who doesn't have anything." She woke up and told me she was sorry and that she was leaving him. It's natural to think that it's not worth it to have an old man who's lost everything, right?
Wait a minute. What do you mean he has no money? I haven't heard anything about it.
So he's cheated on me 4 times now. He gave me all of his money as alimony for cheating on me. The first time it was all his savings from when he was single. The second time he sold his watches, jewelry, and other precious metals. With the third, he gave me his car and his savings after we got married. For the 4th, he changed the house in my name. Of course, he took care of the mortgage. If he divorces me, he would have nothing left. His monthly income, the house, and the car loan. He's a vain and spendthrift person. He has no savings.
What? Huh? You're kidding.
Nope, it's true. I got his savings after marriage when he had his 3rd affair. He always tried to spend all the money he earned. I managed his paycheck and built up our savings. After I got that as alimony, I didn't do it. He doesn't even know what a savings account is. Even the savings from his single days he gave me from the 1st affair was tiny.
Huh? Why didn't you tell me that he didn't have any money like you did before?
We are sisters. I'm tired of it too. You said you wanted to marry him so badly. I decided to divorce him, that's all. I'm also angry at you for trying to steal your sister's husband.
Then how am I supposed to pay $50,000 in alimony? I thought he would pay it for me.
That's why I'm asking you that. You promised me a lump sum. I won't accept installments or anything like that now. You have to pay it in one lump sum, even if you have to borrow money. By the time your kid is in middle school, he'll be retired. By the time your child reaches adulthood, he'll be nearly 70 years old. You're buying an old man in exchange for $50,000.
Impossible! 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 I don't want him. I'll return him to you.
He's non-returnable. I don't care if you guys get married or split up, as long as you wire me the alimony in one lump sum.
Oh no.
Then I'll be waiting for the payment. I'm cutting ties with you now, so I'll block your WhatsApp too.
Sis, wait a minute.
Janet? Ellen got really mad and called me. What did you say to her? She even said she can't marry me after all. What the hell is going on?
I only asked for alimony. I told her that since she stole you from me, she should pay me the alimony. She offered me $50,000 for the P.
What? $50,000? There's no way she has that kind of money.
She was going to make you pay it.
Huh? Me?
So I told her you have no house, no car, no savings. That's all.
Huh? Right, I don't have any money, but the house and the car are mine.
Huh? Perhaps you forgot. You gave them to me as compensation for cheating on me. I changed the name of the car and the house. I let you use the car and you still live in the house. Did you think they were yours?
Oh.
You're such an idiot. All you think about is having an affair, right? I'll tell you why I divorced you without any property division and without any alimony. Because I have nothing more to squeeze out of you. I'd lose money if I got a share of my property.
No, wait. Wait a minute, Janet. Let's talk about it again. Let's do it right.
There's nothing to talk about. We're divorced. We're strangers. And Ellen asked me not to see you again after the divorce. You're going to marry her, right? Why don't you think of a way to make her happy without money?
No, seriously, wait. There's no way she'll pay $50,000 in alimony.
She says she'll pay it. She also decided the amount, so don't ask me.
Why? Why did this happen?
She promised to pay the alimony in one lump sum. I'll ask for it as soon as possible.
Oh no.
I'm moving out soon. My daughter and her husband in LA want me to come live with them. So I'm selling my house, my car, everything. I'm moving to LA.
What? LA? When did my daughter get married? She's in LA now?
Oh, you have no idea. When your own daughter was studying in LA, you enjoyed having an affair with the first one. She found out about the affair. She didn't want you at her wedding, so she didn't invite you. Even now she says, I cut off my relationship with you. By the way, my son is also married and just recently had a baby. Did you know that?
Oh my god.
You got what you deserved. Well, good luck with raising a baby. Okay, bye. Bob called me and texted me several times. I blocked him and refused to receive any calls. Because I didn't want him to come to my house, I sold my house and decided to stay in a hotel until I left for LA. I sold the house and the car for a very good amount of money. I enjoyed a luxurious hotel life. Bob and Ellen had a big dispute about alimony. He told her to take care of the $50,000 alimony by herself. Ellen was furious and stormed into the company and revealed all about the affair. The biggest client gave up on him. The employees began to look at him with disdain. It seems that it was no longer a matter of alimony. I'm sure everyone around him was very upset because he had an affair with his sister-in-law. How will this settle things now that they are going to have a baby? I don't know, since they are no longer related to me. I moved to LA without any troubles. Thanks to my daughter and her husband, every day is fresh and fun. I still have a lot of money to spare. I'm just going to chill for a while.
Bob, please pick up the phone. Alyssa is in trouble. I thought the notifications were annoying, but it's you. What the hell? I'm at work. Come to the hospital now. Huh? Alyssa's condition has suddenly changed. According to the doctor, she's in a critical condition, so you should come to the hospital right away. No way, I'm not going. Huh? What are you talking about? I told you I'm at work. Aren't you worried about your daughter? She's in danger, okay? You're overreacting as usual. I was so surprised when she was diagnosed with cancer, even though she's a high schooler. She's been fine up until now. She'll be fine this time too. You worry too much. She'll recover soon anyway. There's no point in rushing to the hospital. This time it's really dangerous. The doctor told me to call her family members. Do you know what that means? You're taking what the doctor said seriously? They are scoundrels who exaggerate to exploit money for medical treatment. I don't care about that right now. Just come over. I told you I can't. I have an important meeting coming up. I'll let you take care of her. Oh no. Who do you think feeds you guys? Because I bring home the bacon, right? That's true, but... Don't interrupt me while I'm working. But you're her father, right? If you're her father, put her first. Listen, it's a mother's job to take care of a child. Yeah, that's why I quit my job when we found out that she was sick. Then you can handle it on your own. Don't bother calling me when she gets a little sick. She's in critical condition. I told you that's an exaggeration. Anyway, I can't go right now. See you later. Wait, Bob. Come to the hospital after the meeting, okay? Bob.
Janet, I just finished work. How's Alyssa doing? Well, she's probably recovered by now and having a nice chat by now, right?
Bob, come to the hospital right now.
Huh? Are you still making a fuss about her critical condition?
No, I'm not. Alyssa just passed away.
What?
She was only 18 when she left for heaven. I wish I could take her place.
I'm shocked. She was really dying.
Yes, she was. I explained it to you over and over again, but you didn't come to the hospital because you had to work.
I had a meeting I couldn't miss. I'm sorry I couldn't get to her while she was still alive.
Do you really feel that way?
Of course I do.
If you feel bad, come to the hospital now. You should be there for Alyssa.
I can't do that.
What?
I'm running an errand right now.
What errands?
Mom's birthday is coming up this weekend. I have to go buy a present for her.
What? It doesn't have to be today.
It's the only day I can do it. I'll be home late again tomorrow. The stores will be closed.
So what? Your own daughter is dead. Why would you put your mother's birthday first?
There's nothing we can do for her. Alyssa is no longer here. I care more about my mother who's still alive.
I can't believe it.
Think about it. Mom's birthday comes only once a year. And when her birthday comes, she'll be 73 years old. I don't know how many more years she'll live. It would be too sad not to celebrate her birthday.
Think of Alyssa, who left us at 18. I think your mother lived long enough.
You're the worst. You want to tell your mother-in-law to leave early?
I didn't say that, but your priority right now is not your mother's birthday present. Your daughter, Alyssa. You can always buy her a present. You should come to the hospital right now.
I don't have a choice. I'll come over there when I'm done with the shopping. I don't know when that'll be.
Damn.
So, what do you think would be a good present for Mom?
Huh?
She's so particular about fashion, it's hard to choose a gift for her every year. I gave her a bag last year, so I guess an accessory.
I don't know. I don't have time to think about it.
You have things to do too, like cooking and decorating. When things with Alyssa settle down, get ready.
Don't be silly.
Huh?
It's fine to take care of your mother, but your priorities are different now. I didn't think you were the kind of person who wouldn't understand that.
Really? Because every year when I celebrate her birthday, Mom becomes happy, and she gives me $2,000 in return. If I don't give it my all, she'll reduce it, and I'll be devastated.
I've never heard of that before.
Didn't I tell you? She always gives it to me on the way home, just so we can all eat something nice together.
You kept it all to yourself. Whatever.
I'll at least buy you a hamburger this year.
Don't be silly. Anyway, come to the hospital as soon as you can.
After I'm done buying presents.
Get lost. Bob, where are you? The funeral's about to start. I don't think your mother has arrived yet. If you don't come soon, you won't make it in time.
I'm at my mom's house.
What? What are you doing?
What are you doing? It's Mom's birthday party.
Huh?
Don't tell me you forgot. It's her 73rd birthday.
You've got to be kidding me. Please come to the venue as soon as possible.
I can't. The pizza is on its way. If I go to the funeral, the pizza will get cold.
Are you an idiot? On the day of your daughter's funeral, you're having your mother's birthday party.
It's an annual event. You can't just suddenly cancel.
You need to get your priorities straight.
My mother's birthday is more important to me than my daughter's funeral.
You're kidding, right? This is the last time we are going to see Alisa. We'll never see her again.
I've always wondered, what's the point of having a funeral? Why go to all the trouble of inviting relatives from far away, only to listen to the priest's sleepy stories? Why don't you just cremate them and be done with it?
Terrible. Why do you say that?
Alisa isn't here anymore. There's no point in getting together to say goodbye. How much does the funeral cost? Don't you think it's a waste of money?
I don't think so.
No. Spending money on a funeral is a waste of money. Having a birthday party for Mom, who is still alive, is a higher priority.
Please, tell me you're joking. I don't want to believe such words coming from her father. Are you sure you're sad about her death?
Of course I'm sad. But crying won't bring Alisa back, right? So why don't we take care of the people who are with us now?
That's not the point. We have to mourn Alisa properly, and we have to give us some closure.
I'll be fine. I've already made the switch.
You're too quick to switch, despite the fact that you are her father.
I'm not going to stay moping forever.
Alisa will be sad without her father and grandmother.
No way. Dead people don't have feelings. It doesn't matter to her who came and who didn't.
That's not the point. I'm sure everyone who will attend will think it's strange.
Oh, let me tell you something. Don't tell anyone that I'm going to the birthday party. I know it's inappropriate.
Then come over here right away. We have a lot of relatives here. Of course, they're going to ask a lot of questions when you two aren't here.
Don't tell anyone. If our relatives leave us out, it's your fault.
Then what should I tell them?
That we're in shock and in bed? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's something a father who feels guilty would do.
If you feel guilty, don't have a birthday party.
I'm not good with gloomy stuff. At funerals, everyone wears all black and cries, shh, shh, shh. It's hard to relax in that kind of atmosphere. I'd rather eat cake with Mom.
Are you sure your mother won't come either? She's her only grandchild.
I asked her too. I asked her if she wanted to postpone her birthday party and go to Alisa's funeral. Then Mom said, let's have the birthday party as planned.
No way.
Mom was pissed. You didn't prepare anything this year. The food was delivered and the cake wasn't homemade. I at least got her some fancy pizza to put her in a good mood. You should apologize to Mom later too.
You guys are both insane. You two are insane as a family.
Really? Well, Mom doesn't seem to think much of Alisa. I guess it can't be helped.
What do you mean?
Mom wanted a male grandchild, right? But she had a girl. And then she thought she'd have a boy with a second one. You couldn't conceive a second child and now you're over 40.
It doesn't matter if it's a girl or a boy. A grandchild is a grandchild.
Mom wanted an heir. I'm an only child. If I don't have a son, the family line will die out.
I don't understand. Your late father was the third son. I don't think she needs to worry so much about the heir.
Think about her feelings. Boys are unconditionally lovable. If Alisa were a boy, she'd be the first one to go to the funeral. But she's the granddaughter who betrayed Mom's expectations.
Whatever. No matter how much your mother wants it, it's impossible to have a male grandchild now. If you don't want to come to Alisa's funeral, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'll leave the rest to you.
Don't ever regret it.
Huh? What regrets? I'll regret not having Mom's birthday party. Well, I'll have fun on my own, and I'm staying at my parents' because I'm drinking today. Janet, where are you? Why aren't you home on Sunday?
What do you want?
What do you want? I couldn't go to Alyssa's funeral yesterday. I thought I'd at least say hello to her portrait. Not only the portrait, but all the pictures of Alyssa in the living room are gone.
You don't have to greet her now.
Wait a minute. Your stuff is gone too. Where did you go, Janet? Don't tell me you were traveling alone.
I wasn't traveling. I left home.
Huh? Why did you leave without telling me?
Don't you have a million things come to mind?
You mean the funeral?
What else?
It went off without a hitch, didn't it?
That's not the point.
What's so important that you had to leave?
You didn't show up for the funeral. I made a speech in front of everyone. But when I thought of Alyssa, I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't get any words out. When they saw me standing there crying, they said, if only she had a father at a time like this. The father who should have been there was at his mother's birthday party eating cake. I felt so sad and frustrated, but I kept going through the speech, even though my face was all messed up with tears.
So, what's the point? You got through without me, didn't you?
Huh? You really don't get anything, do you? You guys are like two peas in a pod. She'd rather have a birthday party than her granddaughter's funeral.
I told you before, she wanted a male grandchild.
But that doesn't mean she can reject her in death. I don't want to deal with you guys anymore. You two trash should just get along with each other.
That's too much.
No, you're nothing more than trash.
You...
I'm not going back to your house anymore. Goodbye.
Yes?
I'm divorcing you. I don't intend to stay married to someone who's no better than trash.
What are you talking about? Suddenly you're divorcing me? Hey, where are you now? You're kidding.
I'm serious.
Seriously? You want a divorce just because I didn't show up for our daughter's funeral? Well, if you insist on leaving, I don't blame you. If we divorce, Mom might be happy. If I remarry a younger woman, she might have a male grandchild this time.
That's true. I hope you get your mother's wish, but I'm going to charge you alimony.
What? Why should I pay you alimony? You're the one who said you wanted a divorce.
You're cheating on me.
What?
There's no point in playing me. You're dating a girl at work.
How did you know?
If you think I don't know anything, you're wrong.
No. You've been taking care of Alyssa for a while now. I thought you didn't know.
You underestimated her.
What do you mean?
She told me you were cheating on me.
She did?
You took advantage of her sleeping in her hospital bed. You were talking on the phone with your lover, but she wasn't sleeping. She listened to your entire conversation and she reported it to me.
What the hell?
My husband was cheating on me when his daughter was sick. I didn't want to believe it at first, but Alyssa would never lie. To get proof of your affair, I hired a professional investigator.
You even used an agency?
Sure enough, she was right. Around the same time Alyssa got sick, you were getting close to her. While I was trying my best to take care of Alyssa, you were having fun with your lover.
But Alyssa didn't say anything to me. I thought she didn't know.
She didn't want you to hate her. If she pointed out the affair, I'm sure you'd take offense and turn cold toward her. She didn't want her father to abandon her when she was weak. She only told me in secret.
Seriously?
But you abandoned Alyssa. You didn't come to see her when you were told she was dying. You didn't attend the funeral. So I won't tolerate it either. You'll be hearing from my lawyer from now on, so be prepared for that.
Lawyer? Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. There's no way you can afford a lawyer.
A lot of people came to Alyssa's funeral. Some of her classmates' parents were there. The father of one of Alyssa's good friends happens to be a lawyer. I talked to him about you. He gladly agreed to do it.
He said
you were a terrible father. Of course you are. You cheated on me while she was fighting for her life and didn't even show up for the funeral.
So, you told everyone I was at Mom's birthday party?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm such a wimp. Mom's birthday party is more important. That's exactly what I said.
Oh my God, that sucks. I'm not going to be able to face my relatives tomorrow.
Why don't you just act like an asshole? You're the guy who celebrated his mother's birthday instead of his daughter's funeral.
I'm in trouble because I don't want them to think that I'm insane.
You're aware of that, aren't you?
What?
You know how shameful and outrageous this is, and yet you didn't come. And yet, all you care about is what people think of you, and all you think about is self-protection. You're a really stupid person.
Wouldn't you rather see your daughter reduced to ashes, sit back and watch her turn to dust? I'd rather make my mom happy. I was just making good use of my time.
I wouldn't. I bet no one else would.
Oh, I get it now. Suit yourself. I'm gonna start a new family with her, and she'll have a boy to make my mom happy.
You think you'll be happy?
Of course. I'm not like you, brooding over our daughter. If you want to charge me alimony, go ahead and do it.
That's right. I'll leave it to my lawyer then.
Janet? What's going on?
Bob, my ex-husband, what's wrong?
Don't bother adding X.
We're not a couple anymore.
God damn it.
What?
My girlfriend dumped me.
Oh no.
I was going to start a new family with her. My plans are ruined.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You told her something, didn't you?
Huh?
I don't understand the nerve of putting a mother's birthday before your own daughter's funeral. That's what she said and left me.
Wow. She even went out with a married guy. I thought she was a scumbag just like you. She's got a lot more common sense than I thought.
How dare you tell her I went to my mom's birthday party?
I didn't tell her anything. I just filed a claim through my lawyer.
Then why?
Someone who works for your company was at Alyssa's funeral. Maybe she heard that.
Why would my coworker come to Alyssa's funeral?
I told you the other day, a lot of people came. Alyssa had a lot of friends. It wouldn't be surprising if her friends' parents were at her funeral.
Hey, wait a minute. If that is spreading at work, does that mean my boss and my president know?
I'm sure they do.
Give me a break. I won't even be able to go to work anymore.
Then why don't you quit?
Don't talk to me like it's somebody else's business.
Because it's someone else's business. Well, I have to go to work now, so I'll leave you to it.
Work?
Yes. I got an offer from my old company. They were short on staff, so they called me.
What? Even though I might lose my job? It's not fair.
You got what you deserved. Bye.
Hey!
The rumor that my ex-husband had gone to his mother's birthday party on the day of our daughter's funeral seems to have spread through the workplace in no time. He was coldly looked at by his co-workers and bosses and felt uncomfortable. He eventually resigned on his own. After that, he tried to find a job, but it did not work out. He is now living with his mother. However, since his mother lives on a pension and my ex-husband is unemployed, they have become poorer and poorer. The house has become dilapidated, and even though it is broken here and there, they cannot fix it. They are living a miserable life in a house that looks like garbage. As for me, after my divorce, I rented an apartment and live alone. One day, when I reunite with my daughter in heaven, I want to say with pride that I had a wonderful life. I'll live my life to the fullest for my daughter.
Emily, why aren't you at home? Don't tell me you're outside just hanging out.
Wendy, how did you know that I'm not home? Are you in our house without permission again? You returned the house key to us, right?
Oh, I made a spare key before. I knew that a wife as mean as you would take away the house key.
What? Why are you being like this?
Shut up! Just answer my question. Where are you right now? Why aren't you at home?
I'm at work. I'm on my lunch break.
Oh my God! You haven't quit your job yet? I've been telling you repeatedly to quit your job and focus on housework, right? Why haven't you quit yet?
Yeah, you told me that, but for the next few years, I decided to work and save for the future. I talked it over with Joe and we decided together. We've explained this to you several times, haven't we?
There's no way I could agree with that.
It doesn't matter if you don't agree, Wendy. It's our future, and we decided on our own.
So you can't listen to your mother-in-law? You really are a cocky wife. I'm not saying you shouldn't work, okay? I work part-time myself. But that's because I can manage household chores perfectly. You can't even handle the chores properly, and you're still working? I've taken a good look around the house. What's with this messy room? The dishes are still in the sink, and the laundry is piling up. How many years has it been since you married Joe? It's been 3 years, right? Jesus Christ, what kind of wife are you?
I do the laundry after I get home from work. I also do the dishes when I come home. Joe helps me with other chores, so we don't have any problems with it.
Are you asking my son to do the chores? I can't believe you made your husband do the housework. Your duty as a wife is to ensure that the chores are done perfectly and that your husband feels good when he comes home.
I see. If that's how you feel and it works in your house, that's fine. But our situation is different. My lunch break is over, so I'll leave now.
Wait a moment. Don't just end the conversation on your own. Are you kidding me? What the hell are you doing? Explain yourself properly.
What are you talking about?
Is it true that you moved with Joe 2 weeks ago? I couldn't reach you, so I went to check, and the key doesn't work anymore. I peeked through the window and the house was empty. I asked the neighbors and they said you moved 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's right. We moved. What's the problem with that?
Why did you do this without telling me anything? We don't need an insane wife like you. I've tolerated you until now, but I've reached my limit. I'm going to pick a new wife for my son.
What are you talking about? Joe said you're the insane one. He's being deceived by you. I need to open his eyes. Joe agreed to sever ties because he was fed up and decided to move with me. Making spare keys without permission, entering the house, always believing you're right and attempting to manipulate us. We relocated because finding peace seemed impossible otherwise, so we both agreed on the decision to move. What? No way! Oh, also, both Joe and I have changed jobs, so please don't bother our previous employers. What? Goodbye. Wait! Tell me your new address! Emily! I finally found you. If you think you can run away forever, you're wrong. I knew it. God is on the side of the righteous. He's going to punish you. Prepare yourself. What? Wendy? Yes, it's been a while. Has it been 4 years since then? Oh my God. What now? So you didn't block my number after all. Well, yes. Even though we've cut ties, you're someone we need to keep an eye on. I thought you'd given up and never contacted me. Did you contact me to give me a sermon or something? You still don't know how to respect me. You're still the same cocky wife. Well, that ends today. I won't let you get away with it anymore. Huh? What do you mean? I know where you live. What? Moreover, it seems you're pregnant. And today is your due date, isn't it? Your neighbor told me they saw you leaving last night, saying you were in labor. Since you're replying, I assume the baby has been born already, right? Yes, the baby was born in the middle of the night. I thought it was time to receive an apology for vanishing without a word. But I don't want a simple apology. Apology? I have no intention of apologizing to you, Wendy. Wow, seriously? Well, whatever. I'll discipline you severely from now on so that you'll never be able to say such a cocky thing again. Having given birth to Joe's child is a natural thing for a wife, so don't get carried away. Having a child doesn't mean you've fulfilled your role as a wife. Are you telling me to have a second child as soon as possible? That's one thing, but first, let's live together. What? If you're the kind of mean wife who disrespects your mother-in-law and moves out without telling, I need to teach you how to be a perfect wife. Come to my house right now. Starting today, we'll live together, and I'll discipline you properly. If you don't come here within an hour, I won't show any mercy. What are you talking about? I can't just leave the hospital like that. I just gave birth, okay? I have to stay in the hospital for a few days. Leaving the hospital after giving birth within 1 hour is impossible. Oh, come on. While you're complaining, time is ticking away. You have 58 minutes left. Get out of the hospital now. I mean, Wendy, today is not the time for that, right? I'm surprised you have time to message me like this. I think your priorities are clearly in the wrong order. What are you talking about? My priority right now is to discipline my daughter-in-law and hold my grandchild. I don't care about anything else. Your husband's funeral is happening right now, isn't it? What? Stop it! Please don't say something so ominous. Just because my husband and I have been living separately for 3 years, that kind of lie won't work. You are going too far this time. How insensitive are you?
If my husband really passed away, I, his wife, would be the first to be notified. How dare you try to deceive me with such an insane and obvious lie? Living separately? And for 3 years? Then, you really don't know, do you? Huh? What are you trying to say? He passed away a few days ago. Last night was the wake, and today is the funeral. Joe and his sister will be the pallbearer. You still tell such a lie to me? You really don't know? No one told me that my husband passed away. Really? I don't know what you are doing. You're just lying about this to avoid coming here. You really want to challenge me this way? Go ahead. I know your contact number and your address. Everything is going according to my plan. God is on my side because I'm right. No matter what you do, everything will go as I planned. It's not really like that. There's no way I would lie about your son passing away. Just because I cut you off a few years ago, that doesn't mean I'm an insane person. Arguments like this supposedly only happen between people on the same level. So lowering myself to your level is a bit much. That's enough. I can't believe you'd go this far to avoid living together. What you are lying about is really insensitive. You really are a disrespectful wife, making my husband's death for your own good. If you don't believe me, why don't you check with one of your relatives? I'm still in the hospital, but Joe is live streaming the funeral, allowing me to bid farewell to my father-in-law remotely. Listen, if you keep spouting lies, I'll have to go far like you did. I'm only telling the truth, and I won't live with you. What? You don't have the right to decide that. I don't think you have that right either. Goodbye. I can't believe my husband is really gone. You weren't lying. Now you believe me. I heard it was really sudden. Both Joe and his sister are still trying to come to terms with it. It's all your fault. Because you lied about my husband's death, now he really passed away. What? What are you talking nonsense? I'm just telling you the truth. Well, I know it's hard to process the situation. I will forgive you. Who do you think you are? That's not the point. Why didn't anyone contact me? Even though we were living separately, I'm still his wife. They should have informed me first. Actually, shouldn't you, as the daughter-in-law, have been the one to contact me? I cut off ties with you. Why are you expecting to get a message from me? And besides, I heard that Joe's sister contacted you. What? She's lying. My daughter didn't contact me at all. She said no matter how many times she called you, you didn't answer. I don't know the truth, but I don't think she would lie something like this. Oh, wait. I received a lot of calls the other day. I was busy trying to track down your new address. I thought somebody was calling the wrong number. It was so annoying, so I blocked that number. Oh, I see. So it's not like nobody contacted you, but you're the one who rejected the call. Then you shouldn't blame her, you know? Oh, Lord. Why do I have to suffer like this? You really have to be kidding me. When will you stop disrespecting me? Who do you think you are? Stop acting like you are better than me. I've been feeling this way for a long time. If you're going to message me like this, could you just get to the point? I'm talking about my husband's will. It's terrible that he excluded me from his inheritance. Other assets that I could get are almost nothing. It's really unfair. That has nothing to do with me, right?
Why are you contacting me? I'm not a therapist to listen to all your rants.
You must have said something to my husband.
Of course not.
No, all the recent misfortunes are entirely your fault. Everything happened because you didn't fulfill your duties as my son's wife.
Please stop making baseless accusations like that.
So, what happened with living together?
What? Are you still talking about that?
I'm heading to your house right now. Even though I had finally found your place that day, it got complicated with my husband's funeral. But this time, it won't be the same. Starting today, I'll be moving in. From now on, you must change your cocky attitude and do your best to take care of me. I'll discipline you to have a proper attitude as my son's wife. It's all your fault that I've become miserable. Take care of me properly and atone for your sins. What the hell is this? Did you deceive me again?
Now what? Can you just tell me directly what you want? I'm so fed up with your lecturing. Just tell me what you want.
I'm even more fed up with you. Why aren't you at home? I told you we're living together starting today.
I didn't agree with it. I've moved back to my parents' house with my newborn daughter for safety.
For safety? What do you mean? Do you think I'm a threat?
Oh, so you're aware of it. We are planning to move to a new place after things settle down.
Moving? You're moving again?
Technically, we've already moved. Joe has taken care of everything.
He did? No way. I know what you're doing. You're deceiving and manipulating Joe. There's no way Joe would move without me.
Well, it's happening. I have 1 month left on my contract for that old place, but I have no plans to go back.
Why not? I've been saying that we will live together.
Why would I want to live with someone like you? To not get involved with you ever again, we moved out and cut off ties with you 4 years ago. Yet now that you tracked us down, I feel like being told to live together again is a horror story.
That's your opinion, right? You're ignoring Joe's opinion. In his true feelings, he probably wants to live with his mother. Instead of a wife like you who can't even do her chores, I'm sure he'll choose me.
I just told you that Joe took care of everything about moving. I also mentioned that he supported the decision to cut ties with you. Joe is tired of your irrational and insane mindset. If you are still concerned about how I handle the housework, you don't need to worry. I already quit my job and now dedicate myself to it. We saved money while working together before, so now I can be a stay-at-home mom since we have a child.
Oh, is that so? I thought you were incompetent as a housewife, and that you were using work as an excuse.
That's not true, but I still want Joe to help with housework and childcare. He also told me that he wanted to help me, so I'm sure you will keep nagging about it if we live together. Raising a child under such circumstances is not good for the child, so I will never tell you where we're moving to next. Of course, this is a decision made by both Joe and me.
Then where should I live?
If I remember correctly, you were living separately from your husband, right? Why don't you just go back to the place where you were living separately?
I couldn't pay the rent, so I was evicted.
What? I think you had a part-time job 4 years ago. Did you quit?
I quit that a long time ago.
What?
Even though we were living separately, my husband provided for my living expenses and rent. I received enough money to get by without needing a part-time job if I cut back a bit. But unexpectedly, my husband passed away. I've been spending what money I have left in hopes of getting an inheritance from my husband. Now, my wallet and bank account are empty. I don't even have money to stay in a motel.
Are you serious? You really thought you'd inherit something? I'm his wife, you know. Even though we were living separately, I'm still his wife, so I have the right to inherit, don't I? I never expected he would do this to me. I heard that the reason for the separation was because you used his money without permission. Why are you talking about that now? I'm telling you because I think it's relevant. I don't know the details about what happened exactly, but it seems that made him decide to exclude you from the inheritance. What? A wife must take care of the house perfectly and make sure the husband feels good when he comes home. You said something like that to me before, right? Saying that while stealing your husband's money? What kind of joke is that? I think you should look for a job first, rather than spending money on transportation in search of a place to live. I think getting a job where you could stay in a dormitory would solve most of your current problems. There should be some jobs that allow you to start working the same day. You said you are living with your parents. Well then, I'll move in with you there. I don't think you know my parents' house address. What? I still remember when we used to live together, you tore up and threw away the Christmas card sent by my parents. After that, I don't think you have had an opportunity to know our address, am I correct? Whatever, just tell me where you are. I don't want to. You're going against me? I'm your mother-in-law. Who do you think you are? We've already cut off ties with you. Who do you think you are? Excuse me? What did you say? What a cocky wife you are. I'm tired of hearing that. Shut your mouth! All right, let's call it a day. There's no need to continue this conversation. What do you mean? No! I've told you many times, we've cut off ties with you. I had to respond this time because you forced your way in, and there was also your husband's matter. But I hope you're grateful for the time and attention I've given. Instead of complaining about me, you should think about your own future. I wish you all the best. Wait! You will need to get a lecture from me on how to be a good wife. I haven't even held my grandchild yet. Answer me! Emily, please! It seems Wendy sought help from her daughter and relatives, but no one offered help, as everyone knew about all the drama. With no one to help, she apparently went to an employment agency while crying. There, she was introduced to a job with dormitory accommodation. But the job was too hard for her, and she quit after 3 days. Now, no one knows where she went. I heard a rumor that someone spotted a homeless person who looks similar to her, but I'm not sure if it is true or not. My husband and I are busy raising our child, so we don't have the time to confirm. To avoid becoming a person like Wendy, we are working hard to provide proper education for our child.
Karen, I'm done for the day. I'm going home now.
Wow, you finished earlier than usual. Something happened?
There's something I want to talk to you about. I'll tell you when I get home.
Well, now you made me curious. You have to tell me now.
Actually, I'm quitting my job.
What? Why? What happened?
Well, I'm sure I told you this before, but for the past few years, the company hasn't been doing very well. They're laying off people left and right, and I think my head's on the chopping block.
Oh, well, that must be tough.
I never thought I'd be laid off at such a young age. I thought I was doing everything I could to contribute to the company. But I just guess they don't need me. I kind of feel worthless.
Don't worry about it. Come on. It's not your fault. It's just a company situation.
Thanks, but we really haven't been married that long. I'm really sorry that things turned out like this.
Oh, don't be sorry. I think you're doing more than enough. I see you're always working hard.
Thank you, Karen. It really helps me when you say that.
We promise that no matter what happens, we'll get through it together. So don't worry. I'll help you in any way I can. We will figure out what to do about the bills and that stuff together.
Yeah, you're right. Let's talk about it when I get home.
Well, be careful and just come home.
Karen, is this a good time?
Ah, Kevin, what's wrong?
No, nothing in particular. I just thought I'd see if you've arrived at your parents' house yet.
Oh, I see. I just got here. I mean, you're contacting your estranged wife so soon.
Oh, yeah, well, the moment you were away from me, I was wondering what you were doing.
No, that's okay. It's not like we're divorced. We're having the ceremony next month, right?
That's right. I'm really sorry we're having the ceremony at a time like this.
Don't worry about it. You got laid off due to company downsizing. You didn't want me to get caught up in it, so we're living apart.
Right. Thank goodness your parents are still working. I thought it would be better for you not to be under any financial stress. I'll do my best to find a job as soon as possible. If I can, I'd like to get a job at a company that pays more than the last place. But maybe I'm setting my hopes too high, considering the situation.
I think you'll be fine, Kevin. Take your time and do your best.
Thanks. Just wait a little longer, okay?
I'll be waiting for you. Kevin, good news.
What? What?
You might be surprised. Are you sitting down?
What?
I'm pregnant.
Huh?
I'm in my 8th week.
Wow, really?
Actually, I had been feeling a little under the weather for a while. So I went to the hospital and they said, "You are pregnant."
Oh, wow.
Surprised, right? We had been talking about having kids for a while. We weren't trying to have a baby. It's still nice to have a baby, isn't it?
Well, we didn't expect it to come so soon. I don't know. I don't know if I feel it or not, but I'm still happy. So I'm finally a father.
Yeah. I guess I'll have a nice surprise to report at the wedding tomorrow, huh?
You sure will. I'm sure everyone will be surprised, but I'm sure they'll be happy. All right. I've got to get a job as soon as possible.
By the way, Kevin, you said you had a final interview with a company, right?
Yeah. They want someone with my qualifications who can make an immediate impact. There's no problem with my abilities, so they'll make a decision after interviewing me.
I see. By the way, what company is it?
A planning company.
I see. Good luck.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I'm about to become a father. I'm gonna make sure they give me the job.
I'll be waiting for your good news.
Yeah, you take care of yourself.
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Sorry, Karen. The interview didn't go very well.
What? You didn't get it? Why? Kevin, you said you were confident.
I was confident, but to be honest, I don't know what went wrong. I felt I had a good response at the interview, and I was sure I could do it. That's why I was so surprised when I got the rejection letter.
But there must be a reason, right? Maybe you weren't prepared enough?
No, I was prepared. I did my research on the company. I thought I did a good job of presenting myself. I did my best in my own way, but...
But results are everything.
I'm really sorry. Well, what can you do? I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I'll just have to try again next time.
Hey, Kevin, are you sure you're okay?
What?
You seem to be taking it pretty lightly. You're not single, Don't forget your wife is pregnant.
I know that.
If you stay unemployed forever, I'll be out on the street too. I need you to get a job.
I'm sorry. I understand your concern, but I will definitely get a job. I'll do my best for you and my baby.
I'm glad you said that, but you can't just say it.
Yeah, I know. But can you give me a little more time? My next interview is coming up soon, and I promise I'll make it.
Next interview? Where are you going to take it? Tell me the name of the company.
It's C Corporation.
Okay, C Corporation.
You know this company?
No, I don't. Anyway, make sure you get the job this time.
I will, trust me.
Okay, good luck.
Karen, I'm so sorry.
No, Kevin. Did you fail the interview again?
Yeah, C Corporation didn't work out either. I was sure I'd be okay this time, but I got rejected in the last interview again.
Oh, that's the second company.
It's only the second company, but I just don't get it. This time too, I came very close. I just don't understand why they rejected me.
That being said, what didn't work out didn't work out. You just have to give up.
That's being pretty blunt. Well, there's still a chance. There are plenty of companies looking for mid-career hires. I'll start from scratch.
Kevin, you're going to be a father.
I know that.
It's not a position where you can just brush it off and say there's always a next time.
I'm not brushing it off. I'm really trying to.
If you're trying so hard, show me results. Don't disappoint me anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'll get the job this time.
Do you know where you're going to apply next?
Not yet.
Well, let me know as soon as you decide.
What? Why? Can't you just wait until I know the results?
I at least want to know which company my husband is applying to.
Okay.
I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you. I'll be in touch.
Kevin, I can't take it anymore.
What's wrong, Karen?
What do you mean, what's wrong? You haven't kept your promise. You haven't found a job yet, have you?
Oh, about that. Sorry. I always feel like I'm getting a good response in the beginning, but for some reason, I never get the job.
I think you're mistaken about the response itself, aren't you? You always say, next time, next time, next time, but you always get rejected.
Well, if you put it that way.
You know what? It's been 2 months since the wedding, and I really didn't want to say this, but if you can't find a job, I want a divorce.
What? Divorce?
Yes.
Isn't divorce going overboard?
I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've come to the conclusion that divorce is the way to go. We are already separated. All we have to do is get the paperwork done.
No, wait. We're about to have a baby. If you get divorced, what's going to happen to you and the baby? You can't even go to work right after the baby's born.
As long as I can get child support, that's all that matters. My parents are self-employed, so after the baby is born, I can work to help out in the family business and have no problems making ends meet.
Well, it looks as though you've thought about this a lot. But for me, it's a bit sudden, and honestly, I'm a bit confused.
I don't think this would have happened if you had found a job right away.
That's,
In exchange, I won't ask for alimony. Just make sure you take care of the division of property and child support. That's all I ask.
Karen.
It's my way of saying thank you for your unemployment. Please, just go ahead and give me the divorce.
Anyway, can you give me some time? I need to sort out my feelings.
Well, I don't blame you. But if at all possible, I'd like to settle things before the baby comes. That's what I want.
All right, I'll let you know. I'll be in touch.
I'm sorry to bother you at work, Tucker, baby. I have something I really want to let you know. Hey, is this a good time?
Hmm?
I finally told him.
Karen, what's wrong? What did you just say?
You're being so weird. I want you to call me Karen Pie like you usually do.
Karen Pie.
Ooh. Now, where was I? You said you were about to divorce your wife, right? So I took the plunge and asked my husband for a divorce. So far, everything is going according to plan. So we're almost ready to be together, handsome.
As planned. Just to be sure, let's go over it again to see what the plan was.
What? Why?
Because I think this is the moment of truth. You want to be prepared for anything, don't you? It would be a disaster if we both missed something.
That's right. I love how you're so calm and collected at such an important time. Leave it to the sales manager of the Bee Advertising Agency.
Okay then. Can you tell me what the plan is again? If you get anything wrong, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay. First of all, after separating from my husband who was laid off, I became pregnant with your child. But with things that way, I'd probably get divorced and lose any assets from the home, and might even get charged for emotional distress. You used the contacts you had cultivated in sales to spread bad news about my husband and prevent him from finding a new job. That's why I had to get the name of the company out of him every time. Then, after waiting a while, I became numb to my husband's inability to find a new job, so I asked him for a divorce. And I asked for child support for my unborn child. This is the flow of events up to now, isn't it?
So, what are you going to do now?
First, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the divorce finalized. If he gets a job before the divorce, it'll give him a reason to avoid the divorce.
I see.
But it's no good if he never finds a job. Now is when Tucker Baby can stop interfering with his job hunting. Once he gets a job, I'll ask for child support in one lump sum. Even though I'm pregnant with your child. My husband is an idiot, so I'm going to get the child support out of him. He thinks the baby is his. How's that sound? It's a perfect plan.
I guess so. So let's just keep on going with the plan.
Okay, you got it, handsome. My mom and I are going shopping for baby stuff. See you later, Tucker Baby.
Long time no see, Karen.
Hey, Kevin. What? It's already been 3 weeks.
Has it been that long?
You said you wanted to sort out your feelings, so I waited for you. But you're really making me wait too long. I can understand why you don't want to break up with me. But what about the fact that you haven't heard from me for 3 weeks?
I'm sorry about that. I had some stuff to do.
What stuff to do?
I found a job.
What?
Well, I've noticed that there's something that's been holding me back from finding a job.
What? Oh, yeah, that's tough.
I talked to a friend from college about it. He said he's starting a business and I should join in. He said he's going to take me in as an executive.
Treated like an executive?
So now, I'm earning twice as much as before.
That's great. If that's the case, I'm okay with not getting the divorce.
We're not getting a divorce?
That's right. The main question was whether or not you could support me and the baby. Well, that's settled now. And you're making more money than before. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Well, I guess that's what it means.
So, if that's the case, forget about the divorce and the child support. I think I'll go back there next week.
You're coming back?
Yes, handsome. After our baby is born, we won't have any time for just the two of us for a while. Let's spend some time together for the first time in a while.
I guess so. Then I'm gonna file for compensation against you and Mr. Williams.
What? Who?
Director Williams. You and Director Williams were having an affair, weren't you? His name is Tucker, so you call him Tucker Baby.
Oh my God.
I couldn't believe you were having an affair with my ex-boss.
Oh, why do you know about that?
It's been 3 weeks since then, and you still haven't noticed. That's amazing in a way.
Kevin? What have you been talking about all this time?
The message before today. Go back to this talk history. Karen, did you check the history? You thought I was Tucker, the boss, and sent me that stupid text, didn't you? Oh, come on. You didn't even read it. It's already been 30 minutes. It's about time you finished reading the whole thing. Come on, answer me. It's no use just sitting on your hands. And there's no point in trying to contact Director Williams. After all, he's probably battling it out with his wife right now.
No way.
Well, it looks like they're not getting divorced.
Huh?
Director Williams is an adopted son-in-law. It seems she's punishing him by not divorcing him and letting him go.
Wait, this is all happening too fast.
I know it may seem that way to you, but for me, it's the result of my thorough preparation over the past 3 weeks. By the way, I had visited the director's house a few times, so I was already acquainted with his wife. I think that made everything easier.
Oh no. Kevin?
The divorce is final.
What?
It seems like you were blinded by my future income and were about to change your mind. If I hadn't noticed, you were going to keep pretending the boss's kid was mine. I can't believe I was going to spend the rest of my life with a woman like that. It's not even funny.
Please, give me some time to explain. I'm coming home. Please, give me a chance. I don't want to have to raise the baby on my own.
What chance? You want me to raise the baby? You want me to pay child support?
What?
The baby you're carrying has nothing to do with me. So what are you talking about chances?
But you know what? The child was conceived during our marriage, so technically, it's your child.
I've already prepared a suit against you for denial of legitimacy complaint.
What? What's that?
Of course, if it turns out to be my child, I'll pay child support. But since then, I've been doing some research. I can prove that I was away for a week on business when you got pregnant.
Huh?
Now, if you do a DNA test on the baby, it'll be conclusive.
DNA test?
Oh yeah, I've already moved out.
What?
I canceled the lease on my old place because it was up for renewal. I sent your stuff out today. It will be delivered to your parents' house tomorrow.
Hey, what are you doing?
What do you mean? The woman who betrayed me by doing all kinds of selfish things?
Hey, you know what?
From now on, you'll have to communicate with my lawyer.
Lawyer?
No matter how you feel now, I'm not going to answer any of your questions. See you later.
Wait a minute, Kevin. Kevin, I need to talk to you. Please pick up the phone.
I have nothing to say to you. I told you if you need me, you'll have to go through a lawyer.
Please, I need you to try again.
Huh?
I got a bunch of stuff at my parents' house today, and they found out about the affair. They also found out that the baby is your ex-boss's, and I'm about to be kicked out of my parents' house.
Wow, that's tough.
Don't talk to me like it's someone else's problem. If I get kicked out of my parents' house now, I will have nowhere to go. You canceled the lease on the old apartment, so tell me where you moved to.
Not a chance.
Don't be so cold. Are you abandoning your wife and kid?
Karen, you're not my wife anymore. And the child in your belly is not my child either.
Oh no. Let's start over again. You were happy when we were together.
You're the one who betrayed that happiness.
I'm sorry I cheated on you.
I have no intention of forgiving you.
You're the only person I can count on.
You have Tucker, the man you love.
I broke up with him. He asked me not to contact him anymore. My parents are fed up with me. I'm really all alone.
You brought this on yourself. It has nothing to do with me.
Kevin, I'm really sorry. Can we start over again?
Impossible.
Kevin!
Goodbye.
Wait! Please don't abandon me!
After that, Karen kept asking me to get back together with her. But of course, I refused. I had a lawyer intervene and we were able to divorce without incident. If it had not been for that misdirected text, I would have been forced to raise someone else's child. I am deeply relieved that my ex-wife is an idiot. I've not been in touch with Karen since the divorce. Rumor has it that after she was kicked out of her parents' house, she moved in with a distant relative. And I heard that she gave birth safely. Because she had borrowed money when she paid compensation to me and the director's wife, she is now working in a nightclub to pay off her debts while being taken care of by a relative. I had a disastrous experience of being cheated on by my wife shortly after we got married. But thanks to my friend, I've been able to get a good job. I'm going to move on and live a new life.
Samantha, did you leave early without permission again? I told you before that we have a meeting this afternoon, didn't I? You haven't even submitted a request for leaving early. It's not acceptable. Please, come back right away.
Oh, I can't. I've already arrived home. Lori, you're always acting like a senior, so you should be helpful at times like this.
What do you mean?
Submit a request for leaving early on my behalf.
You want me to apply on your behalf? I don't know the reason of your leave in the first place. Since last week, you have left early 5 times without notice, haven't you? It's not an unavoidable reason, such as illness, so I can't accept it.
Don't be so hard on me. Besides, this time it was unavoidable circumstances.
What kind of circumstances?
My live-in boyfriend said he was going to collapse from hunger, so I had to rush home and make him lunch.
Why don't you just let him cook it himself? That's not an acceptable reason for leaving early without permission.
To tell you the truth, I'm not feeling very well either. I was trying so hard to make out with him last night that I couldn't sleep until the wee hours of the morning. I'm really sleepy and my body feels tired, so I'm leaving early. I already left.
Bragging about your boyfriend is no excuse for leaving early, so please come back right away.
Oh, Lori, don't be so crabby. Just because you're 41 years old, single, unattractive, and will never get married, I think it's wrong to be so hard on me who can get married in my 20s.
That has nothing to do with it. I just want you to be a responsible member of society.
You're jealous of me, aren't you? You have a reputation for being nice to other employees, but all you do is complain about me.
And that's because you are always doing things that make me angry. In addition to your repeated tardiness, early leaving, and unauthorized absences, you're often away from your desk during working hours and you dump your work on others. I've received complaints from a number of people that I need to do something about it.
That's because I'm a new employee and I don't know what I'm doing yet.
It's been almost a full year since you joined us, right? Your peers are already on their own and working hard.
I could do that too if I put my mind to it. I'm actually very talented, you know. Isn't it the company's fault or you, my mentor's fault for not knowing how to handle me?
Oh, I see.
Well, it's just for now, so will you forgive me? Our wedding is next month, so our feelings are at their climax. I can't stop myself from wanting to be with him every minute. I'm going to make love to him now, so don't contact me again today.
I'll keep contacting you until you come back to the office.
You're tearing us apart from this lovey-dovey relationship?
Your lovey-dovey talk is no excuse for leaving early, so please come back right away. How many times do you want me to say it?
Come on. I'm sharing my happiness with you. This is why I don't like 41-year-old single women.
Your lovey-dovey talk is no excuse for leaving early, so please come back right away. Shall I save the sentence as a template and send you the same text message continuously until you understand it?
Okay, I understand.
And by the way, in company-related places and communications, the basic rule is to use polite language, regardless of each other's age or position. Please keep your private life and work life separate. And please, don't make me say this again and again.
I understand. I'll get ready and leave the house now.
Understood. The meeting starts at 3. Please hurry as much as you can.
Hello, Lori? You're always so strict about my late arrivals and early departures, so why haven't you come to work yet? Maybe you're late? Did you oversleep? Oh, because you're a 41-year-old single woman and don't have a boyfriend who wakes you up in the morning when you oversleep, huh? I have no choice but to report it to our boss, right? I'll tell the boss that Lori is a sloppy 41-year-old single woman who overslept and is running late in the morning.
Hello, Samantha. I'm sorry for interrupting the excitement, but I've been at work since this morning.
What are you talking about? You haven't been at your desk since this morning. You're late? There's no excuse. We're in an office-based department, so you can't use an excuse that you're on your way to your client.
Oh no. Perhaps you haven't seen the notice of personnel transfer?
Personnel transfer?
I've been transferred to the marketing department starting today.
What?
I brought all my stuff around my desk here. Didn't you notice?
Seriously? Oh, true. Everything is gone except for the computer.
That computer is going to be used by a new mid-career employee who will be here next week. I mean, it's to be expected that you didn't see the notice of personnel transfer. No one told you about it, huh? Not having someone to correct your mistakes is pretty critical in performing your job.
Shut up! Don't get too confident just because you're in the marketing department. You're a 41-year-old single woman. You're cheeky.
I'm not getting too confident, and age has nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying that a hag like you is getting carried away by transferring to the prestigious marketing department. It's a popular department with good-looking men. It's a department where pretty young girls like me should be selected for. If I'd known you'd be chosen, I would have done everything in my power to stop the transfer. I would have blocked the transfer.
This personnel change was announced about 2 months ago.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, is that all you wanted to say?
Oh, let's see. Yes, it's my wedding this Sunday.
Oh, that's right. Congratulations.
I didn't invite you, Lori, but I thought I'd invite you to the after party. Make sure to bring a handsome young guy from the marketing department. After all, a wedding for a young pretty girl like me would look better with a young, capable, good-looking guy, right?
I don't like that. It's kind of vulgar.
Why? I'm not trying to fish for men at the wedding. I have a boyfriend I love. Duh.
I mean, I can't go because I have plans. Actually, I have a wedding on that day as well.
Huh? Is that wedding more important than my wedding?
Yes, it is. That's why I can't go. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
Are we done? Well, then I have to go or I'll run out of time for lunch.
What? Wait, seriously. Why is she attending my wedding in a wedding dress? That's beyond insane. I don't get it. It's gross. So gross. This is why she's a 41-year-old single hag who can't get married. She said something about having a wedding today. I thought maybe she was invited to her friends' or relatives' wedding, so I just brushed it off, but don't tell me she's trying to take over my wedding. Is she trying to steal my young and handsome groom? He's a high spec, so I can understand why she'd want to steal him, but I will never let my groom taken away by a 41-year-old single hag. This harmful hag needs to be exterminated as soon as possible. This is serious. I have to do something before my wedding starts.
Samantha, you suddenly ripped up my wedding dress. What on earth do you think you're doing?
It's a pest extermination. I exterminated the vicious old hag who was after my groom. I ripped up your dress. You can't show your face in public anymore. Well, your face is not good enough to be seen in public anyway. Who do you think you are, putting on so much makeup just like a bride? Makeup on an old face just makes me want to throw up, and it doesn't suit you. Go home in your shredded, vulgar outfit in disgrace. You know, a 41-year-old single hag is a loser. You should dress ugly like a loser.
That's not an explanation.
What? You still don't get it? This is why I don't like 41-year-old single women. You're crazy to attend my wedding in a wedding dress. Well, I didn't invite you, but you still came. So you were going to get into my wedding party with the intention of stealing my groom, weren't you? You wore a wedding dress, thinking you were going to be the bride instead of me. I was just trying to sanction this insane old hag.
It was just the same venue.
Huh?
I wasn't invited to anyone's wedding. I was here for my own wedding. I wore a wedding dress because I'm the real bride.
What kind of excuse is that? There's no way a 41-year-old hag can get married now. Don't be so delusional. You're so delusional that you came up with the shallow idea of stealing my groom. I ripped up your dress, so I guess you failed in your man-hunting attempts as a single 41-year-old. Now get the hell out of here.
I know. I guess I'll have to leave. My dress is in shreds. Can't go out in public like this. If it was just a small tear, I could have used a safety pin to hold it together. But it's been cut up beyond repair.
Too bad you can't get out of the single life. Without any difficulty, I overcame interference of a 41-year-old single hag, and I'm happily getting married to my boyfriend.
Do you really think you can get married?
Huh?
I don't care if you get hurt.
What? You have a grudge against me? This is why I don't like 41-year-old single women. I'm scared, so I'll ask my boyfriend to protect me. Oh, he's not my boyfriend anymore. He's my husband from today. He's a well-educated, promising, high-spec, handsome guy who has high expectations at his company despite his young age. We'll move into a high-security townhouse so that I'll be protected. You, as a 41-year-old single woman, should go live in a shabby apartment by yourself. See you later. What a thing to do to me! You're making it look like I'm the bad guy. The wedding was canceled and my husband broke off the engagement. How can you do this to me?
Oh my gosh, poor you. But I guess you deserved it, didn't you?
You've got to be kidding me. I was about to get rich, to marry a guy like him. You said something to my husband, didn't you? After you left, my husband's attitude suddenly changed. He started to look down on me.
You're not married, so he's not your husband.
Shut up. It's your fault because you were wearing the wedding dress. If we had known we were having our weddings at the same place.
Well, we just didn't know. It's as simple as that.
What?
My wedding was a small affair inviting only my family and close friends, so I didn't invite anyone from the company. He also invited only a few people that you're close to from other departments. And I guess you must have forgotten that I had made an announcement at the company that I was planning to get married, right?
Oh, you made an announcement?
Yes, I had.
Oh,
Those must have been the reasons why we both didn't realize that we were having our weddings at the same place.
It doesn't matter. My marriage...
Yelling to me won't solve anything.
You rented a new dress and continued with the wedding, didn't you? It's unfair that only you got married.
That was thanks to my husband, who had a quick wit. I thought it was no longer possible for me to continue with the wedding, but I was saved by my husband's business connections. He works in the TV business, so he has a lot of contacts with people in the costume rental industry. So he was able to get me a new dress right away.
Oh, TV business?
Well, I found out an interesting fact about that. The man who is supposed to be your husband, he's my husband's subordinate.
What? What does that mean?
I was surprised too. The grooms and the brides both work for the same companies.
No kidding.
I simply told my husband the truth. I told him that Samantha, my colleague, cut my dress to shreds. Then my husband got furious. He stormed over to your wedding's venue. That's when he found out that the groom was his subordinate. After that, the groom humbly apologized. You were not there for some reason, so you may not know about it.
I thought you were upset and burst in on my wedding, so I had to take refuge in the bathroom.
And when you went back to the groom announced the termination of the engagement. Huh. You were disrespectful to me, who was the wife of your groom's boss, so I guess it's only natural.
No way!
Oh, and by the way, I also told him that you were ranting about inviting a handsome guy from the marketing department to your wedding. I made sure to tell him.
Why did you say that? You didn't have to go to such lengths just because you resented me for being young. I don't care if your husband is a bigwig in the TV business or whatever. You two harassed me and my husband. You are an insidious couple. This is why I don't like elderly people.
Samantha,
What?
I was really scared when you cut up my wedding dress with scissors.
What?
Well, fortunately, I wasn't hurt. You will now be charged for the compensation to your ex-fiancé and cancellation fee for the wedding hall. Also, it seems that the wedding hall will charge you for the wedding dress I rented and you shredded. So I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, but...
What?
Not only did you show no remorse, but you also acted like a victim, lashing back at me.
Excuse me?
I thought it wouldn't be good for you if I didn't make things clear. So I'm going to claim compensation from you.
No way!
Rumors of Samantha's tearing my dress to shreds and breaking off the engagement spread quickly throughout the company. She couldn't stand to be there any longer and voluntarily resigned a few weeks later. Rumor has it that her ex-fiancé also resigned from the TV station, and they are now both unemployed and struggling with compensation. However, I heard that Samantha is outnumbered by her ex-fiancé because her ex-fiancé had a rich family and was able to hire a good lawyer. The compensation I charged Samantha and the compensation for the damaged dress were paid in one lump sum. Samantha's family was not particularly wealthy, and she had no savings, so it was a mystery where she had come up with that kind of money, but it seemed that she had borrowed it from an underground money lender. She must have a hell of a life waiting for her from now on. Oh, by the way, I got married and took my husband's last name. Along with my maiden name, I will seal off this wedding incident and live happily with a fresh start.
Hey, Mia. I'm going to be home late tonight. So, you'll have to eat dinner by yourself. What? Again? You're coming home late today, too? Huh? You got a problem with that? I was already preparing dinner. You said you wanted to have hamburgers tonight. I went to the trouble of making for you, and I was waiting. Did I say that? I can't help it if I can't go home. You can just eat the leftovers tomorrow. You still haven't finished work? Something like that. Well, maybe there's nothing you can do about being late. But think about how I feel when I have to eat leftovers all the time. If you don't want dinner, I'd appreciate it if you called earlier. Don't try to tie me down like that, okay? What? I don't like it when you tell me to come home early or call you. But we are married, aren't we? Don't tie me down just because we are married. You and I are married in name only. In name only? I'm the boss's son. I married you in an arranged marriage. To be honest, you're not my type. I don't like plain, quiet women like you. I like gorgeous women. Then why did you marry me? Because it's convenient to have you as a wife. Huh? You may not be pretty, but you're good at cooking and cleaning. There's no way men would go after you, so it's safe to leave you alone. It was a great way for me to be married, just for the sake of appearances. Well, you certainly are honest, aren't you? Didn't think you came out ahead by marrying me? I'm the next president of a big company after all. Thanks to me, you can live a rich life. Don't question my every move. Oh my. Oh yeah, about our honeymoon weekend. You and I will take different flights. What? You take the flight after me. Why? Because I'm a freedom-loving guy. I like to be free when I'm on the move. On your honeymoon? If it were just the two of us together, it'll be stifling. Even if we take different flights, we can meet up at the hotel. Well, if that's what you want to do, fine. By the way, we have separate rooms at the hotel. What? Separate rooms? You have a problem with that? Well, I don't think that's a honeymoon anymore. You know what? You know our marriage is just a formality, right? Then, of course, the honeymoon will be just a formality. Don't you even understand that? But we still got married. I was hoping that our honeymoon would be a place where we could deepen our friendship. That's your perspective. I don't want to deepen my friendship with you. Don't push your values on me. Then why bother going on a trip at all? Separate transportation, separate hotel rooms. I don't see the point in going together. You don't understand anything. I'm the boss's son, and I'm not even going on a honeymoon. I don't know what people would say if they found out. So we are going on a honeymoon just for the sake of appearances. That's right. My dad's always nagging me about taking care of my wife. Well, we can stay in a nice hotel with separate rooms. We'll meet in the lobby when we both check in. Okay. Okay? Just be thankful I'm taking you on a trip at all. Also, I might not come back tonight, so I'll just stay somewhere tonight. Don't wait up for me, just go to bed. Huh? You're not coming home? I told you don't question my every move. See you later. Ted, I just checked into the hotel. Are you already here? I thought we were supposed to meet in the lobby at 6. I can't see you anywhere. We're supposed to have dinner together tonight, right? Yeah, about that. Let's just split up for the night, huh? What? Why? I told you before, I'm a freedom-loving guy. But a honeymoon apart? I told you the honeymoon is just a formality. I'm gonna enjoy my honeymoon alone. You just go out sightseeing or something. You are not alone, are you? Huh? What are you talking about? Your room is a double room and mine is a single room. The point is, you booked separate rooms so you could spend time with another woman, right? How the hell do you even know about the room I booked? You made a hotel reservation online, and then you left your computer screen where it was. I could see your entire reservation history. I did? But the only reason my room is double is because I just wanted to stretch out and have a big bed. Imagine me bringing a woman? Today, Lily, a coworker of yours. Huh? Tomorrow, May, who works for one of your clients. What? Next, Anne, your childhood friend. The woman you are gonna stay with. You knew all that? I know that you've been seeing other women since you married me. You must be very fond of them since you brought them along on your honeymoon. How did you find out? I saw you dating other women. Rumors come in from all kinds of people. I'd rather ask you if you are even trying to hide it. You said you were going to be late because of work. You'd come home drunk and stinking of perfume. Since you didn't say anything, I thought you didn't know. Did you think I was that naive? I think anyone would know when you are being so obvious. Dan. Well, if you know, you know. That's right, I've been seeing a lot of girls. This trip wasn't just about you. So, you're just gonna stand your ground. It's boring being alone with you, you plain girl. You came all the way out here for a trip. You should be enjoying yourself. I'm so disappointed. This isn't a honeymoon, it's a fling. But you can't complain about what I did, can you? You're not in a position to divorce me anyway. What? You know that, right? Your dad's company is a subcontractor for my dad's company. The whole point of marrying me is to get a special discount on orders to the subcontractor. If you and I get divorced, not only will that arrangement be cancelled, but the business itself will be suspended. In other words, you can't divorce me if you want your father's company to survive. Well, that solved the mystery of why you are so blatant. You interpreted my marriage to you as if it was a political maneuver. What else could it be but a political marriage? If you know what's good for you, you won't get in the way of what I want to do. I'll cheat on you while we are on our honeymoon. If you don't like it, you can divorce me right here and now. If you have the courage to. I understand. I'll spend my time as I see fit. You're on your own. Yeah, that's fine. If you don't want me to divorce you, you better listen to me. I'm glad you're such a reasonable woman. I'll give you plenty of attention when we get back from the trip. Dad, sorry if you're working. Is this a good time? Yeah, Mia. I'm off work today. It's okay. What's up? I thought you and Ted were on your honeymoon. Yeah, but... Is it okay to be texting your father while you're on your honeymoon? There's something I really wanted to tell you. Huh? I thought it might be very unsettling to say something like this out of the blue, but I don't think I can do this. You just got married. What's going on? I realized that Ted is very mistaken about our marriage. What do you mean, mistaken? I don't know if my father-in-law is thinking the same way as Ted. Ted is supposed to be taking over the company sometime about next year. That's right. He mentioned that it was time to make a generation change. Judging from Ted's attitude, if things continue as they are, it's obvious that our technology will be gobbled up. What did you say? I think it's only a matter of time before the relationship between the companies takes a turn for the worse. Mia, what the hell is going on? I'd like to explain it to you now. I don't think I'll be able to explain it very well by text. Is it okay if I call you directly? Yeah, no problem here. Thanks. Okay, I'll call you back in a few minutes. Hey, Mia. How's your trip going? I'm enjoying my trip with beautiful women, going to the pool and eating good food. Well, I guess you're probably reading a book in a single room all by your lonesome. Anyway, I've got some good news. I've decided to make a special night for you. How's that? Aren't you happy? Let's play honeymoon like you wanted to. So anyway, get ready and be in my room within 15 minutes. Got it? Hey, Mia! What are you waiting for? It's already been more than 15 minutes. I'll take care of you. Just come to my room. I'm the one who canceled plans with other women and chose you for our honeymoon. And then you go and ignore me like this? Hey! I was wondering what all those noisy notifications were on my phone. It turns out to be you. Huh? You think you can talk to your own husband like that? I went to all the trouble of trying to pay you some attention today. Not only did you not show up on time, but you talk like that? Oh well, weren't you planning to play around with Maya all day today? I changed my mind. You're looking forward to your honeymoon. I just felt bad leaving you alone all the time. I'm such a sweet husband, even though we are married for appearances. All right, well, get your ass up here to my room. I'll keep you company for the rest of the honeymoon. No, thanks. Oh, come on, you don't have to be shy. You're my wife after all. No, I'm not being shy. I'm just saying no because I don't want to. You're refusing my invitation? I'm saying I'm gonna give you priority over Maya. Even though you're ugly, I chose you, so be grateful. It's just that Maya went home, didn't she? Huh? Her husband found out that she was traveling with you. What? You knew Maya had a husband? I know that much. I can't believe you brought Maya, a married woman, on a trip with you. You've got some nerve, don't you? Oh no, her husband already found out. Poor Maya. It's probably chaos at her house right about now. Oh my God, this is bad. Also, I'm already home. Huh? I thought you were in the same hotel as me. I took a flight home this morning. Right now, I'm in the middle of packing my stuff to go back to my parents' house. Huh? What the hell do you think you're doing? You left your husband on your honeymoon and went home on your own? No. This trip wasn't a honeymoon. I just wanted to pretend that we went on a honeymoon, even if it's just for show. Geez, you're screwing it all up. What's everyone gonna think if they found out my wife went home without me? You cheat on your wife without giving it another thought and worry about what everyone's gonna think about you. Shut up! Going home and humiliating me like this. Do you want me to divorce you? I'm already divorced. What? I talked to my parents on the phone while we were on vacation. I went to see your parents as soon as I got back here. And when I told them that I was divorcing and the reason why, both sides agreed with me immediately. Huh? Why? You brought your mistresses on our honeymoon. Of course my parents would want me to get a divorce. But your father would be in trouble if we got divorced. After all, he's a subcontractor for my father's company. I think you're gravely mistaken. Huh? It's true that my father's company is a subcontractor to your father's company. But my father's company has patent on some of the products. Patents? Your father's company subcontracts the patent work to my father's company. In other words, they're taking on work that no other company can do but my father's. Oh God, so that doesn't mean that... Yes, that means that if you stop doing business with my father's company, it's your father's company that will be in trouble. Seriously? Are you being serious? There's no reason for me to lie, is there? If you don't believe me, you can check with your father. I mean, you're the president-elect and you didn't even know that. No, because even though I'm the president's son, I don't know much about running a business. I thought that being a subcontractor meant that they're in a weak position. Your father was appalled. In addition to not knowing anything about the company, he said he can't let a man who cheated on his wife on their honeymoon take over. It's not my fault, I didn't know. Cheating was just for fun. Just for fun? That's right. A CEO should have a mistress or two. I'm his only son and heir. My father would forgive me. Do you think someone with such an insane mindset can be in charge of an organization? Huh? Your father says he's gonna pretend he never heard of you becoming the next president. What? Dad was serious? I'm sure he was. Wait a minute. I'm his only son. If I don't take over the company, who on earth will? Your father's company seems to have a lot of talented employees. It's not like he's insisting on an heir to take over the company. There's no need to make his idiot son the president of the company, is there? What? Oh, it was your father who called you an idiot son. As for the next president, I don't know anything about him. You can ask your father directly about the details when you go to work. Oh, can we just forget about the divorce after all? Huh? What's the matter with you? You're the one who said we're getting a divorce. I've changed my mind. I don't want to divorce you. Even though you say you don't want a divorce, you've had several lovers. I get it. Then I'll cut off all other women from today. Is that okay? What? I won't cheat on you anymore. I'll take good care of you as my wife. I'll let bygones be bygones. So we don't have to get a divorce, right? If I don't get a divorce, I won't trouble my dad. Well, I was born the son of a CEO. I can't just hand over the next president's position to someone else. However, I think you're mistaken about one other thing. What? What else is there? You said that our marriage was a political ploy. It's just an arranged marriage that has nothing to do with each other's father's company, okay? Huh? So if I find out you're cheating on me, we'll just get divorced right away. Divorce doesn't mean the companies will stop doing business with each other. Really? You said you were giving my father's company a special break on orders. I checked with your father and he said you are mistaken. Like I said before, your father's company and my father's company are equal in terms of contractor and subcontractor. It's a relationship of equals. Then why am I not the next president? Divorce has nothing to do with the company. I'll talk to you again after I've consulted with a lawyer and got preparations arranged. What? You're kidding me! Well then, I'll call you again when I've consulted with a lawyer and made arrangements. Wait a minute! I'm sorry I cheated on you! Please, just start over with me! No way! You like me, don't you? I'm going back there right now! Let's sit down and talk about this together! You've got to be kidding me! What? You're just a cheating bastard who thinks he's so great because he's a president's son. I don't even want to see your face. Oh, come on! Of course I'm going to file for compensation. I'm sure it's gonna be tough for you from here on out. Anyway, good luck with that. Mia, wait! Mia? My boss's position! Oh, come on, really? After that, my ex-husband, Ted, met with a tragic fate. Apparently, he took the advantage of the fact that he was the president's son. He was always slacking off by forcing his junior staff to do all the work. Not only was he removed as the next president, but he was also fired from the company. I mercilessly demanded compensation from him. He had to borrow money to pay it. Furthermore, since all the cheating partners were married, their husbands also demanded compensation. Ted is now desperately paying off his debt by working a day labor or a part-time job. As for me, after the divorce, I went back to my parents' house and started looking for a job. I am now working full-time at a local company. I plan to stay single for a while. If I do get married, I want to make sure I don't fall for a clueless man like my ex-husband.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
I'll be late tonight, so don't wait for me for dinner. And make sure the house is cleaned up too.
Again? It's been like this lately. Is it really work?
What are you trying to say? I'm working for us. As a housewife, you should just look after me without questioning me.
I'm trying to do exactly that, but being pregnant, I honestly have my limits. I wish you'd consider my situation even a little.
I don't want to hear about limits. You're the one who's pregnant, and it's not like I can take your place, so complaining isn't fair.
It's not complaining. I'm just asking you to cooperate with me as a couple.
A couple? I'm already doing enough for us both. I'm paying the mortgage and earning our living expenses. What more do you want from me?
Dave, I want us to prepare for the baby together, and I want you to be there for the birth.
I already told you that's impossible. Do you think I have time for that? Giving birth is your job.
Yes, I'm the one giving birth, but is it selfish to want you there with me?
Yes, it is selfish. Besides, I have work. I can't take time off for something like that.
Something like that? I can't believe you'd refer to our baby's birth that way.
Then what do you want me to do? Like you, I don't have time to be at home.
Could we at least have your mom come? I need someone to be with me during the birth.
Oh, don't involve her. Her legs are bad. It's cruel to make her come from so far away.
But my parents are coming from far away too. That's how much they care about us.
Don't compare your parents' situation with hers. She has her own life.
Okay, got it. But if that's the case, can't you help out a little?
What help? Me earning money outside is enough help. You're responsible for everything inside the house.
But I think a home is something we build together. Don't you think so?
I'm doing things my way. If you don't like it, do whatever you want. If you have someone else to rely on, let them do it.
You don't have to be so cold.
I'm not being cold, I'm just stating facts. Instead of complaining to me, think about how to be more efficient.
Fine, but I wish you'd consider my feelings a bit more.
Enough! Stop messaging me. I'm tired.
Hey, why didn't you tell me? Not letting me know such wonderful news.
What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, don't be so secretive. Congratulations on your first baby. I'm so happy the baby arrived safely. I heard it's a healthy boy. I wonder who he looks like. I've been looking forward to having a grandchild. Dave said he was thrilled too. It'll surely be such a lively household.
Michelle, let me ask you.
Actually, since it was premature, Dave told me to leave you be for a while due to health concerns. But I just had to share my excitement.
Sure. But might there be some misunderstanding?
A misunderstanding? That can't be true. I'm sure Dave said he named him Daniel and that it's a boy. Or is it a girl?
So he told you I gave birth?
I understand you're busy after giving birth, but I gave $30,000 as a baby gift. Not even a word of thanks makes me a bit sad, you know.
Pardon?
I know you're busy postpartum, but not getting even a thank you from you is disappointing.
Wait, what do you mean by baby gift? And such a large sum.
Oh, right. I was told to keep it a secret. Just pretend you didn't hear that.
Michelle, listen. The baby hasn't been born yet.
What?
The due date is 3 weeks from now.
Wait, that can't be. Dave told me 2 days ago that although early, The baby was born healthy.
That's when he went on a business trip.
No way. He even told me he was present for the birth. Is the baby really still in your belly?
Here, this is my belly right now.
You're right. The baby seems to be still in there. But I was so sure. After all, I saw a photo of him holding the baby. I could even see what looked like a hospital room in the background, so I never doubted it.
There was really such a photo?
Yes, without a doubt. When I saw him smiling while holding the baby, I was so moved, thinking the day had finally come for me to become a grandparent.
This makes no sense. And about the gift you mentioned earlier, how did it happen?
He said he wanted to do everything possible for the child and asked for money. He even said he wanted to give the child the best education, which got my hopes up.
He says such things? But 30,000 is such a large sum. It must have been difficult to prepare suddenly.
It certainly wasn't a small amount, but I had an inheritance from my dad and husband. It was money I'd been saving to use for my grandchildren. I thought it was for the baby, but now I feel betrayed.
Oh gosh. I'm truly grateful for how much you care about the baby.
But your baby hasn't been born yet. I gave money, but I can't understand what Dave is thinking.
I don't understand either. But if that photo you saw was really his child, everything would make sense.
You mean he had an affair and had a child with another woman?
I feel the same disbelief, but it's true that he often seemed uninterested in me and our baby.
Why do you think that?
Whenever I try to discuss the future, he only gives vague responses, as if he's not serious about it at all. Also, for about half a year now, he's been coming home late and having more business trips.
Ah, I see. I live far from you guys, so I feel frustrated not knowing what's really going on there. I'm sorry, I should have paid more attention.
It's okay. I understand you're going through a lot, with Neil passing away just 6 months ago.
Thank you. Still, to think that boy would have an affair.
Do you believe me?
After seeing your belly photo, I can't doubt it. Besides, I know you're an honest person, so I don't think you'd lie.
Thank you. I'm sorry for telling you about his infidelity.
You must be hurting more. I'm sorry, I must have raised him wrong.
It's not your fault, Michelle. And when I think about how he deceived you out of the money you were saving for your grandchildren...
I'm furious that he'd use that money as he pleases.
I'll start investigating him a bit now.
You're heavily pregnant, so you shouldn't move around too much. I'll handle the investigation.
But you live far away. Won't that be difficult?
I actually have many connections. Don't worry, he said he'd come show me the baby in a week, so I'll figure something out by then.
Got it. I'll try to casually ask him about the baby. To think that just before our long-awaited child is born, he had a child with another woman. I'm Sandra, a 33-year-old housewife. My husband, Dave, works for a major corporation and is indifferent to everything except work. So I tried to convince myself he wouldn't have an affair. But after talking with my mother-in-law, Michelle, I'm certain he has betrayed me. I want to confront him immediately, but without evidence, he'll likely dodge the issue. From now, I'll be patient and suss out the situation. I hope he slips up soon. Hey, I need to talk to you about something important.
What do you want? I'm swamped with work right now.
But it's about the baby. I was thinking about asking your mom to be there for the delivery. Is that okay?
Absolutely not. She lives far away and her legs aren't in great shape. I'm not putting that kind of strain on her. Don't drag her into this.
But my parents live even farther away and they've already said they'd come. Wouldn't you want to see her grandchild too?
I already told you, her health isn't great. And she doesn't have the energy for something like this. We can take the baby to see her after it's born. There's no rush.
But isn't it natural to want her to see the baby as soon as possible? Especially since it's her first grandchild. She'd be thrilled. And I'd love to share that moment with her. You told me not to bother her as she's busy, but it's been so long since we last talked. I'd love to tell her about the baby myself.
She's not well enough for that kind of conversation right now. Can't you be more considerate? I get that you want to reach out, but now isn't the right time. I'll make sure it happens when the timing is better.
Fine. Then you'll be there for the delivery, right? At least, if you're with me, I'll feel a bit more at ease.
I already told you that's not possible. Work is too busy. I can't just take time off whenever I want. You need to face reality a little more.
But isn't it ridiculous to use work as an excuse for everything? A baby is only born once, and you can't even take 1 day of leave? I can't believe it.
You have no idea how hard I work, do you? I'm not home because I'm busting my back to support us both. The least you can do is understand that.
You're always coming home late, traveling for work, and barely spending time with me. You know I'm about to give birth, right? Is it selfish of me to want you by my side?
It's work. What do you expect me to do? You're a housewife. You just stay home. That's your role. I wish you'd be more considerate of me. You should be grateful for what I do.
I am grateful for everything you do. That's why I want us to support each other more. I want us to plan for the baby and our family together.
Hearing this from you is surprising. I work hard every day for you and our future.
You're rarely home, and it feels like you don't care about the baby at all. It's making me anxious. I've always wanted to trust you, but my anxiety has been getting the better of me.
Not care about the baby? That's absurd. I'm always thinking about you and the baby. You're completely wrong about me.
Really?
Of course. You and our baby are the most important things to me.
I can trust you, right? You'll never betray us.
Why are you pressing this so much? What's going on with you all of a sudden?
Nothing. By the way, Michelle asked me recently what we would like for a baby gift.
You didn't ask for anything, right? You better not have.
Of course not. I'd never make demands. I didn't ask for anything.
Good. Just make sure you don't. Don't contact her at all.
It's been so long since I've spoken to her, and I'd really love to see her in person. Don't you feel the same?
I told you she's busy. She has Bible studies, volunteering, and other things on her plate. Don't make unnecessary demands on her.
But she told me she really enjoys talking with me. I'm sure she'd make a little time for me. And it would be so reassuring to talk to her face to face.
She's just being polite. You need to understand that making requests like this will only burden her.
I guess you're right. I wouldn't want to waste her time because of me. If that's how it is, I'll let it go.
Good, as long as you understand. Is that all you wanted to talk about? I've got work to do, so I can't keep chatting. Don't bother me, okay?
Wait. Actually, I want to talk about the baby's name. I think it's time we decide together.
The name? Sorry, but can we talk about that later? Once work settles down, we can take our time with it. I can't deal with it right now.
All right. We'll talk about it later. I'm thinking since it's a boy, maybe Daniel would be nice. What do you think?
Wait a second. Why that name?
Oh, you don't like it? I just thought using your middle name would give it a meaningful connection. It's just a suggestion.
Well, I mean, never mind. I like it. Actually, it's a great name.
But if you're not sure, we can change it. There's no rush to decide now.
I said it's fine. You're overthinking things. But seriously, don't contact my mom. Please, don't do anything unnecessary.
Alright, don't worry. I won't do anything. But I can't help feeling like I want to thank her personally. I really want to see her someday.
Mom, I told you I was coming over today. Where did you go? Mom, where are you? You told me to come and show you your grandchild.
I'm with Sandra right now. She's so close to her due date now. I'm so excited for my grandchild to be born.
What?
So whose baby are you holding then?
Who else but hers?
Oh, really? When did I give birth? I mean, my belly is still this big, so it couldn't have been me. There's a baby here, yet your story doesn't add up at all.
Sandra? What are you saying?
I'm here, letting your mom feel my belly right now.
See? You can feel the baby moving. Oh my, the baby just kicked. Such strong movements. I can't wait for this little one to arrive. But what am I supposed to believe now?
Wait a second. Are you two really together right now? Oh, that can't be true.
I told you. Of course we're together. I'm as shocked as you are.
You must be panicking in your mom's living room holding a baby. Do you still want to deny it when it's all caught on camera?
I'm not holding any baby. What kind of twisted joke is this?
The camera in the living room has a clear shot of you holding the baby. Did you really think I wouldn't find out the truth?
Why is there even a camera installed?
Because I wanted to see your reaction while holding someone else's baby. Your expression when you're hiding something is quite amusing.
That baby's name is Daniel, isn't it? I was shocked when I first found out about him, but now it all makes sense.
How do you know that?
Michelle told me. She said you were discussing baby gifts and planning to use the money for your affair partner's child. Today's the day your lies finally caught up with you.
So that's why you suggested the same name? You already knew about my secret son back then, didn't you?
If Michelle hadn't mentioned the baby gift, I might never have known.
I told her not to say anything to you.
Whoops, my bad. But thanks to that, I figured out you were cheating. How dare you bring your affair partner's baby to me?
This is a friend's baby.
You just admitted it was your secret son seconds ago.
Oh, I was joking. It was a prank.
The evidence is already in.
I have a friend who runs a detective agency. I asked them to investigate everything.
All those business trips and late nights? Lies. You were holed up at the other woman's house.
Can't you trust me, Sandra?
Impossible. If I trusted you, we wouldn't be in this situation.
And by the way, your workplace is where your late dad used to work. His former colleagues didn't hesitate to tell me all about you.
So it's all out in the open now.
Why did you cheat?
It's not like I dislike you, but after reconnecting with Kat, I stopped feeling anything for you.
Who's that woman?
She was my high school classmate. We reconnected at a reunion a year ago and realized we were in love.
So you started a physical relationship and even had a child with her. Are you out of your mind?
This burning passion can't be stopped by anyone.
Ew. Gross.
You're over 35. Do you even realize how ridiculous you sound? Do you even understand that you cheated?
I struggled with it at first. My boss hooked us up, and I felt bad about divorcing Sandra. Plus, she's pregnant. I knew I'd still have to pay child support even if we divorced, so it wasn't an easy decision.
That's what you struggled with?
Shouldn't you have hesitated before cheating?
Honestly, trying to understand how your mind works is just exhausting.
You'll never understand my feelings.
I don't want to understand someone who betrayed me and plans to raise another woman's child.
When a woman I've loved for so long says she wants my child, how could I refuse? Besides, she threatened to expose the affair if I didn't give her money.
So that's why you lied to me and demanded $30,000? Did it never cross your mind that she was just after your money?
That's not true. She loves me.
You didn't find it suspicious that she asked for such an absurd amount?
I just didn't want the woman I love and her child to go without. That's why I gave it to her. The mom says she wanted to leave her inheritance to her grandchild, so it's fine.
I wanted that money for Sandra's child, not someone else's.
It's still your grandchild, isn't it?
Oh, shut up. A person who cheats and hurts others isn't my son anymore.
Oh, come on.
You've only yourself to blame. Michelle was deceived after all.
I'm still your only son, aren't I?
Oh, don't get cocky. Sandra has always been kind to me, keeping in touch and caring about me.
You're an important part of my family, so of course, I care about you.
Oh, how sweet. Unlike Dave, who never calls and couldn't even muster any sadness at his father's funeral. You're a disgrace. We'd be better off without you.
Isn't that a bit harsh?
Do you even understand how furious I am after you tried to pass off your affair partner's child as Sandra's?
I tried to minimize the pain for everyone. This was the result of much deliberation.
You deliberated the wrong things.
You sound like a tragic hero. Are you planning to stay stuck in your teenage delusions forever?
Well, now that it's out, there's no helping it. I'll leave Sandra and live with Kat.
I was planning on that too. But don't forget, you owe me alimony and child support. At least $150,000. Pay up.
Who's paying that kind of money? Put the baby up for adoption.
How dare you?
Do you even hear yourself right now?
My family is Kat and Daniel now. I need money for them, so I'm not giving you a cent.
Is she really that great?
Of course, she's prettier than you, more graceful, and a great cook.
You're definitely deluding yourself.
How would you know if you've never even met her?
Because she's obviously a trashy woman.
That's not true. She loves me.
Do you not see how terrible someone must be to have an affair with a married man?
We were in love. It couldn't be helped. If you weren't in the picture, none of this would have been a problem.
Even if Sandra weren't around, Kat would have cheated on you anyway.
Huh?
I looked into her too. That woman has been sleeping around with multiple men.
That's impossible.
Oh, there are plenty of photos as evidence.
Pictures of her entering hotels with handsome men. Lots of them. They're in the cupboard in the living room. Go take a look.
This can't be real. How could this happen?
Daniel might not even be your child.
That's entirely possible.
She wouldn't. She couldn't.
If you want to keep believing in that woman, go ahead, but make sure you pay the alimony.
And child support, too.
Wait, please.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention. You're also going to repay the 30 grand. I consulted with a lawyer and he assured me I'll get it back without any issues.
If you refuse to pay, we'll proceed with a lawsuit immediately. So prepare yourself.
Yeah, there's no way I'll let someone like you who scams people get away with this. You made the mistake of underestimating me.
Wait, please. I've already given all the money to Kat. I don't have a single cent left.
That money better not have already been spent or hidden somewhere. I'm more than ready to investigate.
I don't know, but she isn't answering me anymore. She reads my messages, but she doesn't reply or pick up her phone.
It sounds like she's trying to run away. She probably decided you're no longer useful to her.
No way. Did she swindle me?
Oh, just realizing that now? How pathetic. After betraying others, you end up being betrayed yourself. It's a fitting end for you.
That I've always liked you, she said at the reunion. She probably only got close to you because she knew you worked for a big company and wanted your money.
Exactly. Her I love you was probably just a cover for her greed. It was all about the money.
Mom, Sandra, I've made so many mistakes. I'm truly sorry. Please give me one more chance.
Oh, you're funny. If you were truly sorry, you would have acted sooner. It's far too late now.
And no apology will change anything, and my love for you will never come back. Don't ever show your face to me again.
You have no place to return to anymore. Your belongings are packed and left by the front door. Take them and leave. Wherever you go, it's no concern of mine anymore.
Mom, I'll change. I promise I'll never make such a mistake again. Please, believe me.
Your words are worthless. You've never once shown actions worthy of trust. So why should we expect anything different in the future?
Wake up! I no longer consider you my son, and you have no place in my life. Stay out of my life from now on.
All further communication will go through the lawyer. I have no intention of ever speaking to you directly again.
And just so you know, I've already filed paperwork to disinherit you from the family estate. Don't even dream of touching any inheritance. Don't expect anything from me ever again.
This can't be happening. How did it come to this? What am I supposed to do now?
Dave knelt at the front door, crying and begging, "I'll never betray you again." But my answer was already decided. I had nothing to say except goodbye. I made sure he paid the alimony in full and the child support is deposited monthly. When I learned how much he was struggling to come up with the money, I'll admit, I felt a small sense of satisfaction. Apparently, he still has debts he took on to spoil Kat before they broke up. Their relationship ended in a huge fight, and it turns out the baby wasn't even his. To make matters worse, his reputation at work completely crumbled. The boss who introduced us found out about the divorce and lost all trust in him. He became the subject of gossip, labeled as someone who would deceive his own mother for money. Eventually, he resigned, unable to deal with the shame. Now, he works as a temp with a low salary and spends his days struggling to repay debts. To add insult to injury, Michelle formally disinherited him. The legal process ensured he wouldn't receive a cent of her estate. When she declared, "I no longer have a son," I'll never forget the resolve in her voice. These days, Dave lives alone in a rundown apartment. Rumor has it, he's isolated after neighbors complained about noise. And he even had his electricity cut off in the middle of winter because he couldn't pay the bills. As for me, I'm living a truly happy life. My son, Marcus, is my treasure, and he fills my days with smiles. Michelle, who helps me raise him, has become like a real mother to me. The three of us live in peace, and looking back, my hellish marriage feels like a distant nightmare. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Transfer $500 to my account right now.
Huh? What's got into you suddenly? For what?
I treated my boss and colleagues for drinks. I'm short on cash, so you need to pay.
For my savings? Why do I have to do that?
You're a housewife, right? You're living off the money I earn, so your money is basically mine.
Wait, that's not right. My savings are for household expenses.
Oh, come on. Spending on drinks is like household expenses for you. I'm maintaining good relationships with my boss and colleagues.
That has nothing to do with it.
Geez, you can live comfortably because I'm building relationships at work. You should understand that much.
But I can't suddenly give you $500.
Why not? You're a housewife, so you must have money.
I do, but that's part of living expenses and savings.
I can use the money I earned however I want. I don't need your opinion.
Don't say it like that. We're married, right?
That's exactly why you should listen to what I say. You just need to obey without thinking.
I can't accept that.
If you have complaints, then leave. Can you even pay rent?
I can't, but that's a different issue.
It's not. This household runs because I work. Do you understand that?
I'm working hard too with housework and cooking. Plus, I'm pregnant and it's physically challenging.
Pregnant? Don't use that as an excuse. You're just taking it easy.
What do you mean taking it easy? I'm doing everything around the house.
Anyone can do housework. I go out drinking to relieve stress. It's normal.
I don't mind that, but don't push it onto me.
I'm not pushing anything. Just do what I say and it'll be fine.
See? You're being unreasonable.
Unreasonable? Then what's your value? As a housewife, your job is to take care of me.
I have nothing to say to that.
Then just transfer the money without talking back. It'll be trouble for me if I lose face with my colleagues.
But being told so suddenly.
You complain too much. That's what irritates me about you.
Ugh, I haven't done anything wrong.
I decide what's wrong or right. You don't have any right to say anything.
Fine. I'm done. I won't expect anything from you anymore. Hey, why are you doing this to me? Why should I be treated like a servant?
What? You got complaints about me?
What do you mean suddenly kicking me out of the house? Did I do something wrong?
You've done nothing but wrong things. You're the one who can't do a single thing I ask properly. More importantly, I'm out of cigarettes. Go buy some now. I'll listen to your complaints later.
Why are you ordering me around? You can go yourself. I want to stay home.
I've been working all day. I'm finally relaxing with my evening drink. How can I move?
Then you could stop drinking for a moment and go. They're your cigarettes, so take care of it yourself.
Look, you're a housewife, right? Taking care of the house and me is all your job. You have plenty of energy. Why are you being so slow?
I'm pregnant. You understand that, right? Of course I'm tired.
It's only 3 months, isn't it? You're being too pampered. Just move. Exercise is good for pregnant women, you know?
That's completely wrong information. Do you understand the mental stress this puts on me beyond just moving?
How should I know? I just want to smoke. It's how I relieve stress, and it's necessary for our peace.
Our peace? I don't understand how that connects to making me go buy cigarettes.
You don't understand because you're stubborn. Just go. I won't unlock the entrance until you do.
Whatever. I'll go buy them. But the streets are dark and scary at night. The convenience store is a 20-minute walk. What if something happens?
What do you mean? You think you'll see Freddy or something? It'd be funny if his metal claws reached out from behind you.
Stop it! You know I really can't handle those kind of stories. Don't say things like that.
Your freaked out face is fun to imagine. Feel those chills down your spine?
I told you to stop that. If you keep making me anxious, I really won't go.
Well, cut it out. You're 29 and still scared of Hollywood horrors.
I'm still 28. Wait, I hear something nearby.
It's just a stray cat. Are you getting scared of every little thing?
But I'm sure I heard someone's voice. Is this normal on a dark street?
Must be hearing things. You're so scared you're imagining sounds. Jeez, just hurry back.
I can't go by.
I want my cigarettes. Can't even go to the convenience store. How useless can you be?
Wait, I definitely heard a voice just now, and it was close by.
So what? Just someone walking by. Can't worry about every little thing.
But it's strange for anyone to be walking around at this hour. This area is usually deserted.
How should I know? Probably just some drunks stumbling around, or maybe a stray cat talked to you.
Oh, don't joke around, I'm really scared. That sound definitely wasn't normal.
Then what? Are you saying there's some creep around? No, don't tell me you're gonna say you saw a ghost.
You're pissing me off. You don't understand how frightened I am at all.
Frightened? You're 29 and still getting scared? If you're that scared, just hurry up and come back.
How can you be so insensitive when I'm telling you I'm scared?
I'm watching baseball right now. You're ruining my relaxation time with all this fuss. I'm done with this chat.
Wait, hold on. Stay with me till I get home.
What now? Heard something else? Maybe you're possessed by hallucinations.
I'm telling you they're not hallucinations. Something's really wrong.
Then do whatever you want. Come back or go to the police. Don't give a hoot anymore. Oh, the game's getting good. Later, hurry up and bring me those cigarettes, useless wife.
I definitely heard a human voice just now.
Even if you did, it's just someone passing by.
At this hour?
Who cares?
Honey.
Jeez, you're not making any sense. Just hurry up.
Hun.
Liz, what the heck are you doing? It shouldn't take this long just to buy cigarettes. Can't believe how useless you are.
Listen, I'm at the hospital. I was taken here by ambulance. The injuries were worse than expected and needed immediate treatment. The doctor says I need to be hospitalized.
What?
On my way to the store, I was attacked by several men wearing masks. I honestly thought I wasn't going to make it.
What the heck? Seriously? Isn't this some kind of mistake?
They beat me up. I thought I was going to die. I was absolutely terrified.
So how bad are the injuries? Can't be that serious, right?
My nose is broken and I'm covered in bruises. And that's not all. They don't know if the baby is okay.
Or don't be vague about it. What's the situation? They should know right away, right?
I don't know. The doctor said they can't tell without doing more detailed tests.
Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, discharge yourself from there right now. Prepare dinner for me.
What? Did you even listen to what I just said? How can you say that when I've been told I need to be hospitalized?
I'm starving. I feel like having something heavy tonight. We can deal with your injuries later.
My life is in danger right now. How can you say such things when we don't even know if the baby is okay?
Hospitalization costs money. You know we can't afford that. Just discharge yourself and get the tests done another day.
I can't believe this. All you care about is money in this situation. What are you really thinking? I never knew you were this kind of person. I'm wasting my breath.
This happened because you were spacing out while walking at night. It's entirely your fault.
Oh, are you serious?
Come on, you can still do housework with a broken nose. Come home right now. Got it? Do exactly what I tell you. How lazy can you be to not even do that much?
I'm speechless. Do you even understand what you're saying?
And don't forget the cigarettes. I'll be troubled if you don't buy them. Don't make me irritated.
Can you even call yourself a husband? Why are you so selfish and inconsiderate? What do you think I am? Your errand runner or something?
Oh, stop yelling. If you just did as I said, we wouldn't have a problem. You're always complaining, making things more difficult.
No, I'm done following your orders. I've decided to admit myself to the hospital, and this is the end of it.
Hey, wait. Don't just end the conversation like that. I didn't give you permission. Until you come back, I'll call and message you nonstop. You better be ready. Kyle, where are you? What are you doing at such a terrible time? Oh, Melanie? What's wrong? Liz has passed away. What? The doctor just came. Time of death, 10:13 p.m. Who? Liz, your wife. Sorry, I'm confused. Why are you suddenly messaging me? And this passing away thing is a joke, right? What's going on? This is no joke. She's really gone. When I got the call about her being attacked on the street, I rushed to the hospital. She was conscious and could talk at first, but her condition suddenly changed. It happened in an instant. No way. This can't be. Could it be a hospital mistake? This is too sudden. Mistake? That's impossible. You can tell just by looking at her body. Here, look at this photo. Oh God, what is this? Her face is swollen and covered in bruises. This doesn't even look human. That's right. Does this look like a living person to you? I wanted you to see this clearly. No, this is Liz. Really? No, I had no idea this would happen. And she was pregnant too. Why did such a tragedy happen? What should I do? I'm really hurting. My chest feels so tight. I honestly can't accept this reality. Really? Do you expect me to believe those are your true feelings? Yes. I loved her and cared about our unborn child too. But there's something shallow about your words. I don't feel like you're truly remorseful. Did you really love her? I want you to tell me honestly how you felt during her final moments. Of course I loved her. I deeply regret not doing more for her. Are you sure? What do you mean by that? She left some final words. They were strange, but given your reaction now, I think you might be hiding something. What did she say? She said Kyle might have another woman. When I heard that, I had a bad feeling it wasn't just her imagination. What? That's impossible. Then answer honestly. There's no point hiding it anymore, is there? She's gone now, so you can tell the truth. You're right. There's no point in lying. Okay, I'll talk. So there is something after all. Yes, I'll be honest. I'm seeing a young woman. How could you? Well, I'm a man. Who is she? When did this relationship start? Someone I met on a dating app. We've been together for about half a year. What's her name? Her name is Ellie. What are you planning to do with that information? Do you truly love this Ellie person? Well, yes. To be honest, she's younger and cuter than Liz. Please tell me you didn't think of her pregnancy as an obstacle. Aren't you asking too many questions? Answer me. As her mother, I have the right to know the truth. I didn't exactly think of it as an obstacle, but yes, her pregnancy was a burden to me. A burden? How dare you? You don't understand how precious having a child is, do you? I understand that, or at least I think I do, but I just can't seem to sort out my feelings. This isn't her fault. Do you even realize how much she suffered all on her own? You were the one who should have been here with her. I can't argue with that. You're right. But at the time, I truly didn't know what to do. So that's your excuse? Forget it. Honestly, it's just pathetic. I'll be honest. Yes, I thought it was in the way. My feelings were with Ellie, but I couldn't get divorced because of child support costs. Oh, this is horrible. I was just thinking it in my mind, that's all. Wait. Then perhaps, were you the one who attacked her? No. Stop that. I was watching baseball at home. Right. You're not the one who attacked her. You're the one who had her attacked, aren't you? Huh?
It's me, Liz.
What? What's going on?
From the start, it was me the whole time. You totally fell for it. Right now, I'm at my parents' house. I've just been borrowing my mom's phone to message you.
Wait, what? Didn't you pass?
Nope. Super alive. Not a scratch on me, and I was never rushed to the hospital.
What's going on? What are you trying to pull?
Let me explain everything. First off, yes, I was attacked. On my way to the store, some masked guys jumped me out of nowhere. They hit me, sure, but they didn't get far.
What do you mean?
I fought back and took them all down.
You fought back?
Remember how I told you I took up kickboxing ages ago?
Yeah, but you said it was just the basics.
That was a lie. I didn't want to freak you out, but I'm good enough to hold my own against professionals.
You've got to be kidding me.
I've even knocked out a massive guy during sparring.
What the heck are you? A superwoman?
Once I had those guys on the ground, I made them sit up straight and tell me why they attacked me.
They probably made up some excuse, right?
That's what you think, but no. They confessed right away, said they were hired by someone. That someone is you, isn't it? You don't need to say anything. They spilled everything without a second thought, including your name.
Wait, what?
They mentioned a client, but didn't name names. But based on their details, it was clear it was you who hired them.
That's just coincidence.
Oh, you seriously think so? Why would they lie about something like that? Every piece of this puzzle fits perfectly, so don't try to pass it off as coincidence. It was you. You hired them online, right? Don't even try to deny it. Sending me out suddenly to buy cigarettes at night was part of your plan to get me attacked, wasn't it?
Yes.
The way you insisted on it over and over made me suspicious, but I never thought you'd actually plan something like this.
So what happened after you got those guys to confess?
Of course, I handed them over to the police. They need to face justice for what they did. But I did tell them one thing. Don't tell the police about the mastermind just yet. I have some business to handle first.
What the heck does that mean?
I want to make you squirm a little and gather more proof. I need to understand what on earth could drive you to hire thugs to attack me.
So the whole story about being rushed to the hospital, that was fake?
Exactly. In reality, I just took a taxi back to my parents' house. I can't believe you fell for it so easily.
I didn't suspect a thing.
That was the point. I pretended to be hospitalized so I could watch your next moves. But then you started saying, "Come back home already," and I just couldn't wrap my head around it. The same person who set up an attack on me was demanding I come back? You're insane.
I just thought the hospital cost would be a waste.
You're really unbelievable. All you ever think about is money. It's pathetic. Anyway, your persistence actually helped me change my approach and get to the truth. That's that's when I started messaging you as my mom, little by little setting a trap. Like that fake "she's gone" message.
I completely bought it.
You believed it so much you started spilling all kinds of information. Honestly, it made things easier for me.
Well, after seeing that realistic photo, how could I not believe it?
Oh, that? Just some quick photo editing. Technology these days is pretty impressive, isn't it? Now let's cut to the chase. Tell me why. Why did you plan the attack?
Well...
I know about the affair. Was I just in your way, or was it the baby that bothered you? You weren't trying to make me disappear, were you? What exactly were you thinking?
It was to make you miscarry.
Oh my god.
When you told me you were pregnant, I couldn't feel happy about it. I still wanted to mess around with other women, and I wasn't ready to be a dad.
But this was your idea. You didn't even try to use protection.
Because it felt better without it.
You're absolutely disgusting.
So yeah, I hired those guys, thinking if they roughed you up enough, you'd lose the baby.
You're seriously deranged. And what if I hadn't miscarried? What would you have done then?
I planned to hire more thugs and keep trying until you miscarried. And every time you ended up in the hospital, I thought it was a waste of money, so I told you to come back home.
You know what? I'm done. You're so disgusting, I feel like I'm going to throw up. If I keep talking to you, I'll lose my sanity.
I know, I messed up. I wasn't thinking straight. It's because I got caught up with Ellie. I wasn't in my right mind.
I said I'm done. Shut up, you piece of trash.
Liz.
I'm taking this to the police right now, and we're getting divorced as soon as possible.
Wait, no, please.
I don't have to explain anything about alimony or child support, do I? It's going to be 6 figures, and you're going to pay it in full.
But if I get arrested, I'll lose my job. I can't pay that kind of money.
Oh, you'll find a way. If you even think about running, I'll make full use of my kickboxing skills to leave you in a wheelchair.
That's a crime too. You'd be the one breaking the law.
Fine by me. If it's between you getting arrested and me breaking your face, I'll gladly pick the latter.
You're crazy. Do you seriously mean that?
Do I sound like I'm joking? I'm dead serious. I've had enough of you messing with my life. Now pay up what you owe. Anything else you want to say? Or are we done?
If you have something to say, spit it out. I'm not wasting another second on you.
So, is forgiving me completely off the table?
Do you honestly think it's not?
I know, I was wrong. I'm truly sorry. I'm begging you. Please, forgive me. From now on, I'm going to take good care of you and the baby. I'll work so hard to make it right.
Excuse me? What's with the sudden transformation? You really think I believe that?
I'm serious. I'll turn my life around for you and our child.
Impossible. People don't change that easily. And you've lost any shred of trust I might have had in you. Goodbye.
Wait, please, don't leave me.
I'm not leaving you. I'm deciding never to deal with you again. Goodbye. Kyle was eventually arrested. He was charged as the instigator of the attack, and the court sentenced him to a fine. There was no room for excuses. What shocked me most was his insistence in court that he didn't mean any harm and that he was a victim too. It was beyond selfish, just utterly absurd. Naturally, he was fired from his company and cut off by his relatives. Even his parents, who once supported him, declared, "You're no longer family." To tell you the truth, I had harbored some distrust towards them, but I felt a little relieved that they completely severed ties with him after this incident. As for the mistress, Kyle had lied to her, claiming he was single and separated from his wife with a divorce in progress. When I informed her that I was his pregnant wife, she was furious and immediately cut ties with him. It's the outcome he deserves. He eventually resorted to borrowing from loan sharks,
and managed to pay me 10 grand up front. But the remaining amount is being paid in installments. If he misses even one payment, I'll take legal action without hesitation. I've heard he's now living in a rundown apartment, working night shifts at some factory. Karma is relentless. As for me, I've moved in with my parents, preparing to welcome my new baby. My family has been incredibly supportive, allowing me to await the birth with a peaceful mind. Right now, all I pray for is a healthy baby to join my life. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.